We often talk about the fact the football season has 3 chapters, the non-conference, the conference, and the playoffs. Well, we're in the playoffs now. Tonight, the Wampus Cats take on Rogers. I'm Jeff Matthews. Thanks for watching Wampus Cat Football tonight. It's on Conway Corp Channel 5, and it's brought to you by Conway Regional Health System. In a few minutes, the voices of the Wampus Cats, Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach, will be by. First, they're going to visit with David Grimes. David is the president of the Wampus Cat Sports Hall of Fame. He's here to tell us about the inductees for the class of 2025. The guys will talk to him. Then I'll rejoin the guys for our weekly roundtable discussion where we break down this week's game and get ready for kickoff. It's all coming up tonight on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for more than 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway.
Our award-winning team, led by board-certified interventional cardiologists and emergency physicians, delivers one of the state's best door-to-balloon times for emergency heart care when you need it most.
So when you are facing a heart emergency, trust the care you will find down the hallway, not down the highway.
All right, time now for our roundtable discussion. It is the playoff edition of the roundtable discussion. I'm joined by the voices of the Wampus Cats, Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. And guys, tonight it is the beginning of the playoffs for us. Rogers already has a game under their belt, but we've got some wounds that we've got to take care of. We got to lick before we get on the field. How the last 2 weeks gone, you think, for the Wampus Cats since Bryant?
Well, I don't know that we're going to know until this game starts, really. I mean, because that's going to be the tell of the tape is how quickly can you put that behind you and play to your capabilities tonight against Rogers, because that's the thing, right? I mean, we got to just let that go. I mean, I've gone back through the film, and man, that first half, there were a lot of good things that happened. And then I'm just not even going to talk about the second half. But I mean, honestly, it's like you gotta leave that where it was and move forward. That's really all you can do right now, because anything you're gonna do to try and fix that Bryant problem, you can't really do right now. You gotta face the team in front of you so that you have a shot to get back to the Bryant problem again. And I think we're gonna know just how quickly we start tonight if any of that's still lingering.
I think that it's going to be an opportunity for us, though. Buck James talks about this, and this is just a great line that he uses, which is you learn from losses. And so there were plenty of things to do over the last 2 weeks about that. But we also have to learn from winning. And so that's kind of the key with the Conway team is we don't necessarily learn very well when we're winning. We just kind of get a little full of ourselves. And I think in the second half, once we got punched in the mouth, to use his words, we just didn't respond. That was a little disappointing, and I know the guys were disappointed. And I think what he said about the last 2 weeks was they focused on just getting better and moving through the paces and trying to be better at all phases. We got whipped offensively and defensively at Bryant.
Well, and Levi, your point is a good one. We're not going to know. We think we know, but we don't know for sure until tonight. So let's talk about tonight. Before we get into Rogers, let's talk about our team. How are we looking? How are we feeling? What are you guys hearing about the health of players just as we go into this week?
Yeah, I think what we've heard from Coach is that it may be the healthiest we've been since, back in the non-conference schedule. We've got a few players back this week that we didn't have at Bryant. Max Owen is back in the lineup. I think we really missed having his presence on the field in that offense. Even someone like Landon Berry, who we thought was done for the season, he's back this week, and that's really going to help out on the offensive line. So we've had 2 players this year that we thought were out for the whole season, and Landon Berry and Will Moore, that are going to be back tonight, and I would expect that we might see some good contributions from Will Moore too at running back. So. There's big questions still at the quarterback spot, and I don't know that we have an answer on that yet. Hopefully we'll see an answer tonight, but either way, it's you got to go with who you got at that position, and both guys have done a good job throughout the year. But it'd be nice if we could see number 2 back out there as well.
Yeah, I would hope that our mental health is better after the Bryant game as well. That's going to be interesting to see.
Good point. Real good point. Well, let's talk about this Rogers team. Just glancing at some stats, they haven't given up a point since November 1st. Now, granted, Rogers Heritage and Southwest, but still, they've a couple of shutouts that they've thrown. They've scored more points than anybody else in the 7A West. So this is a pretty formidable opponent that's going to be on the field across from us tonight.
Yeah, and it all starts with their quarterback, Jeff Regan, and he's a little bit smaller guy when you look at like our quarterbacks. We've got two really tall quarterbacks back there. That's not really Regan's stature, but man, he just makes everything go in their offense, running the ball and passing the ball. I mean, he's had 2 games this year. One, he had over 300 yards rushing, and then another game he had over 200 yards rushing. There may have even been more 200-yard rushing games. I'd have to look back, but he's just really done it, and they have a really great tight end as well. Good receivers. Their tackles are big, and it's strange though because I look at the numbers. And I've had this conversation with Tim. It's like I look at the raw numbers and then I watch the film, and it's like something's just not quite lining up to me with what I'm seeing versus what they've done. And I think Tim's point was astute. Is like, well, that's just the sign of good coaching and just having your guys coached up really well. So if anyone's coming into this game tonight thinking, oh, it's Rogers, it's the Rogers team we played 4 years in a row back a few years ago and we just beat them like a drum, I would not come into this game with that mindset. Or if you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to come out tonight, I'll just watch it at home because maybe I'll get another chance to see the Wampus Cats this year. I don't know if I would play that game because this is not the same Rogers team that we've seen before.
And defensively, they are a lot like PA. They're deeper than PA, and so that's a little bit of a trouble. But defensively, they scheme to blitz at all angles. They really come out. They're willing to give up a couple of good plays like PA was. We'll give up some plays to you because all we want is the ball back. We want to get on offense. And so they chaotic is the word for their defense. They'll rush 6, 7 guys, and they come from all angles. Your middle linebacker could be rushing around the outside edge. It's a weird deal, and you've got to get eyes on players. You got to be very, very aware of what's going on with what they're doing and try to pick the guy out that's going to be the problem. So we've got some things we've got to do. We've got to recognize some things on offense to keep them at bay from their blitz. They sacked the Fayetteville quarterback like nobody's business when they played them. They were only a 3-point game at Fayetteville. So they're a different team. We're going to be very, very fortunate to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they lost that game 41-38. Guys, we'll talk about the defensive side of the football for us in just a moment. Your senior spotlight, Justice Hills, will be in the senior spotlight with you next, and you'll talk to Coach Buck James, and then we'll join you live at John McConnell Stadium. The playoffs are here. Guys, we're looking forward to it. It's all tonight on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers and exceptional team of nurses to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Conway Regional Health System pregame show continues here on Conway Corp, and joining us now for the senior spotlight, it's starting defensive lineman Justice Hills. And Justice, let's start off how we do with every senior spotlight, talking about your football journey. When did it all begin, and how has it led up to where you are today?
Well, sir. I was at about 6 years old. I started playing for the Steelers for flag football. And they had me at running back and linebacker. And just as soon as I ran with the ball, running back, I just fell in love with the game. And I mean, just kept playing flag football until I got about to Optimus, played for the Cowboys. Rough 3 years. We weren't really good, but heck of ball players I played with and loved all my teammates. Ultimately helped me better. And then 7th grade, went to Carl Stewart, had a great season there. Still play with a lot of my buddies I still play with now. And then 8th grade, 9th grade, Whiteside, great season playing with RJ, JP, people like that. It's great playing on the field with them, good team chemistry. And then sophomore year to now, yes, sir, and getting a little bit of some varsity snaps my sophomore year too as well. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just someone talk about that. So you started out, got a few plays in your sophomore year, then you really started contributing your junior year,
Yes, sir.
and now you've made your transition into being one of the major players for our defense, starting. What was
Yes.
it? What was your off season like? What did you do to get prepared for what you knew would be a pretty impressive senior year?
Well, yes, sir. I just really locked in this year, focused, found what I really mentally and physically needed to do to get better and be better for the team and myself. So just started getting in the weight room, doing sleds, tires, all that. Just even if it hurts, just keep pushing. This is all going to be worth it till now. So we can go get the state championship. Just setting personal goals is getting like all state, leading the stat chart, stuff like that. So I just ultimately locked in for the few months that we had in the off season and didn't take it for granted. And then started taking some creatine to get my muscles up and get a little bit stronger as well. Yes, sir.
So, Justice, when you look back on your high school career, what's going to stand out to you? Are there specific games or plays that you remember, or do you just think about your total amount of work as a whole?
Ultimately, I think the total amount of like everything that we worked through ever since Coach James got here, all the new transition, which helped us ultimately as a team and helped us all as well as me. There are still a few plays that I would look back in my high school career that I made and for the team and for the better of us. But yes, sir, ultimately just having a good time with my friends and just enjoying it and winning. Yes, sir.
All right, Justice, let's talk just briefly about a topic that I don't like to talk about much, and that's losing to Bryant. So you lost to Bryant a couple weeks ago. Tell me what did you learn from that ball game, either about yourself, about the defense, and what do you think the team took away from that? What did you guys learn from that?
Well, yes, sir. I think we ultimately learned that even through adversity, even through them scoring a touchdown or being ahead of us, to just never just let down and just keep fighting and fighting. And I think what went wrong with us was after they got that touchdown before half, that just kind of like had us with our heads down because we were told to not to get a stop, but we didn't. So I just ultimately think like that whole second half we had our heads down and just not in the right mindset of the great defense we are, and we didn't play like that as well. But yeah, ultimately, yeah, just what we learned is to not give up and just keep working. Yes, sir.
He's senior Justice Hills and is a major contributor. Creates a lot of chaos for opposing offenses. Justice, good luck tonight as we start our run to the state title game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than just exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
Join us now. David Grimes is here as we're going to announce the Wampus Cat Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. And David, we'll start off with Buzz Bolding.
Yeah, this is our 7th class. We're doing this 7 years now. It's hard to believe, but each year, of course, we introduce or induct 6 great Wampus Cats because there's 6 legs on a Wampus Cat. And the first one this year is Buzz Bolding. He was my coach, my football coach, actually. His first year here was my sophomore year. And, of course, he also was athletic director for 25 years, and he really made his mark for Conway there. That's when Conway was really growing. We added a lot of sports, especially for girls, added softball and soccer. They had bowling and wrestling even. And of course, he really did great with the facilities. It raised private money to build that first field house we had. And also his signature accomplishment, what's now known as Buzz Bolding Arena. He got that built, and it's a showpiece for the state.
Next up is Brittany Burns, and she's one of the best female athletes to ever come out of Conway, and she had a great run up at U of A.
She really did. She class of 95. She played basketball and volleyball and soccer. She won the Ruth Doyle Award in 1995 for best senior female athlete. She was all-state basketball and volleyball. And get this, there was no girls soccer team back then. So she played soccer with the boys and earned a scholarship to play soccer at the University of Arkansas, where she shined. These may be out of date, but she ranked 6th in Razorback history with 25 goals and all SEC tournament team 1996. Just a fabulous, fabulous athlete.
third inductee is Otis Chandler.
Yeah, class of 1977, football and track guy, just a big, massive man. All-state football in 1976, also through the shot put for the Wampus Cats. He was outstanding nose guard both in high school and college. He went and played at UCA and lettered all 4 years. And as a senior in 1980, was named an All-American. So just a wonderful, wonderful athlete. Glad to have him honored this year.
Yeah, it's not too often the nose guard stands out as much, but Otis Chandler is one of my favorite Bears of all time. He was killer down
Yes,
low.
he was. Yep.
All right. Fourth inductee is Taylor Galt.
Yeah, Taylor Galt graduated from Conway in 2011. She was a basketball player, 3-time All-State, 5'8" forward, went on to play at UALR for Coach Joe Foley, and they had some wonderful successes there, maybe some of his best years. He was 3 times All-Sun Belt, first team there for Joe. And in 2015, in the NCAA tournament as a senior, she led the Trojans to upset Texas A&M in the opening round of the NCAA tournament, and they almost won the second round. If I remember, there's some questionable officiating at the end, but ULR almost got him. But Taylor was just a phenomenal basketball player.
Yeah, she's one of the original Lady Cat phenoms from back in the day.
Yep.
All right, next up, Johnny Simmons.
Johnny Simmons, way back, class of 1960, football and track. Really fast guy, halfback, playing football. But on the tracks where he really excelled as a sophomore, he helped the Cats win the Class 2A state track meet in 1958. He was part of some relay teams, 440, 880, and mile. And as a senior in 1960, they did it again, Class 2A state champs, and he won those relays again. He won the 220-yard dash at the meet of champs, and then went on to UCA. He was all AIC in both track and football, and later was an assistant coach at Conway High.
Yeah, this is one of the guys that my dad would say, you never seen anybody as fast as Johnny Simmons.
Yeah.
And your last inductee for 2025, Jim Turner.
Jim Turner, a classmate of Johnny Simmons, actually a year older, graduated in 1961, but they were together on that 1960 Class 2A state track championship. There were 2 of the 4 men on all those relay teams. We need to find those other 2 guys as well. But they helped Conway win the Class 2A state championship in 1960. He was a football player, Jimmy the Jet. He was fast too. And he also went on to UCA and played football, lettering all 4 years.
Yeah, one of the legends in Wampus Cat lore.
Yep.
And David, of course, we have a team each year as well.
That's right. We've done 3 previously, the 1964 state champion footballers, 1967 state champion football team, and of course that 1976 overall boys state championship that went undefeated. But this year we're going to turn to the ladies. Back in the late 1980s, J.R. Ross was the head coach of the track and field program, and they had quite a run. They went back to back 4 times in a row. Class 4A state champions, 1986, 87, 88, and 89. So we're going to honor them as a group this year, and I think that's going to be really special to have all those teammates back together.
That's pretty cool. That's a string of dominance right there.
Yes, it is.
David, how can folks get involved? I know we have the banquet at some point, but how can people get involved if they want to, vote on these things?
Sure. Well, there's a couple of different ways. We do like the people to participate and help us out because it's an easy task picking 6 because there's so many great Wampus Cats, but that also makes it very hard because there's so many great Wampus Cats out there to pick from. So you can help us out by joining the Booster Club, and you get a vote, and each year you vote, and the top vote getter from the Booster Club is automatically the first inductee. So that kind of helps us out with one of the picks right there.
All right, David, thanks for your time.
You bet, guys. Thank you very much.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for more than 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway.
Our award-winning team, led by board-certified interventional cardiologists and emergency physicians, delivers one of the state's best door-to-balloon times for emergency heart care when you need it most.
So when you are facing a heart emergency, trust the care you will find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Conway Regional Health System pregame show continuing here on Conway Corp. And join us now is Wampus Cat head coach Buck James. And Coach, you've had 2 weeks to process the end of the regular season. I know it's not how you and your team wanted it to go at Bryant, but I'm interested to hear what your team has learned from that game, that experience.
Well, we learned what adversity is and what happens when adversity hits you in the mouth, and we've got to bounce back. I mean, that's water under the bridge at this point. We can't dwell on
playing
what we've done in the past. We've got to dwell on what we're going to do and what we're going to do in the future. And it starts this week with Rogers, and we've got to go out and play well. We've got to go out and compete. We got to get on a roll, and hopefully we earn a chance to get back and play those guys again. And you got to want to do it, and it's got to be important enough to do it. And our guys have got to pull together and go play some good football.
Coach, you had an extra week, and I know it probably came at a good time to get some guys a little bit more healthy. And but how did you guys approach the extra week, 2 weeks now of practice, getting ready for Rogers?
Well, we did a lot of good on good, and I think a lot of teams this time of year don't do that. And I think that's the way we get better. And our ones again went against ones and twos and twos and threes, and we got a lot of gives, a lot of reps, and we're going to be healthier than we've been since the Bentonville game we played in week 2. So, we've got to go out there and, carry what we've done on the practice field and go out and play the game like we're capable of playing it. And we've got to be physical. We've got to be able to run the football, and we've got to be able to stop the run. And if we can't do that, it makes it very difficult against these teams that got these high-powered offenses. And, we've got to keep our safeties and corners from having to make all the tackles. And our defensive front's got to play better. And we'll do those things. I give us a chance to win every game we play in.
Well, speaking of high-powered offenses, first up in the playoffs, it's the number 3 seed out of the West, Rogers. The Mounties come into Conway on a bit of a hot streak. They blanked their last 2 opponents, including Southwest last week in the opening round of the playoffs. And Rogers has scored 155 points in their last 3 games. What can you tell us about the Mounties, and what's it going to take to get to that next round?
Well, they got a prolific offense. They've got probably one of the better quarterbacks that I've seen in my coaching history. The only thing I've seen close to him was back in the day of the Jet Furneaux at Star City, Arkansas. I mean, you call a play and then you just watch and see what happens with it. And he's a great runner. He keeps his eyes down the field. I think he's had a game this year where he's had 375 yards rushing. He might be the most dynamic quarterback from the standpoint of what he does for his football team that I've seen in a long time. And he's got a good cast of receivers. His offensive line is big, and they're not big, they're huge. And they pose a lot of problems for a lot of defenses. And we've got to play well. We've got to play fast. We've got to cut off angles. We've got to pursue the ball well. And they are as good an offensive football team as we've seen this year.
He's Buck James and his number 2 ranked Wampus Cats kickoff playoff action tonight in the 7A quarterfinals against Rogers. Coach, thanks for joining us and best of luck tonight.
Hey, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, thanks. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket. Of course, the first time we've had a chance to look at it. There were 4 games last week, but because of the Wampus Cats getting that bye, of course, they were not a part of last week's festivities. But let's take a look at those teams that were. Springdale and Cabot matched up in Springdale, and it was a Cabot win. Cabot goes on the road and gets that 1-point victory. They will take on Bryant tonight. Harbor and PA, that game was played at Pulaski Academy, and PA took care of them pretty easily, 58-20. PA on the road tonight against Fayetteville. Keep an eye on that one. That's liable to be a great game tonight. Little Rock Christian hosted Bentonville West last week, a 4-5 matchup there, and Bentonville West was impressive. That was a good victory, 38-22 for the Wolverines. They take on their cross-city rivals Bentonville tonight. The winner of that game will get the winner of our game, which is, of course, Conway and Rogers, as Rogers got the 35-0 victory last week over Southwest. All right, when we come back, we go live to John McConnell Stadium and join Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. We're moments away from kickoff. The playoffs are here on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Good evening and welcome back home to John McConnell Stadium, and welcome to the 2024 7A State Playoffs. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach here on the Centennial Bank Cam. And before we get you set for Rogers and Conway, I think we're about to have the national anthem out on the field, so I don't want to step on the toes of that moment. You can see the color guard already out on the field. It's a great, crisp, cool night here in Conway.
Perfect football weather. It finally came. It waited for the playoffs.
It only took until November 22nd. But we did get there.
Finally, yeah. And it's good to be home.
It is great to be home. Your Wampus Cats have been off for 2 weeks. Here's the pledge, and we'll have a moment of silence, and then the national anthem.
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, a moment of silence.
This is Conway Wampus Cat football, playoff football, here on Conway Corp. I'm Levi, he's Tim, and tonight your 9-1 Conway Wampus Cats begin their march to War Memorial here in the 7A quarterfinals, playing host to Rogers.
This is a good team we're playing tonight, and it's going to be tough to beat them here at our confines, but it's not your same old Rogers.
Yeah, let's make this very clear from the start. This is not your older brother's Rogers, okay? This is not the Rogers that we beat handedly 5 times in 6 years in the playoffs from 2016 to 2021. This is a Rogers team that went down to the final seconds against the defending state champion Fayetteville Bulldogs. This is the Rogers team that rushed for almost 300 yards on 7A West champion Bentonville earlier this year. They can beat you with the run and the pass, and their defense is coming out for you every single play. How do we slow down the 7A West highest scoring offense and put up points on the 7A West defense that has allowed the fewest amount of points this year? That takes us to Tim's 3 things.
All task. We've got you very quickly. We'll see number 1 and number 14 for Rogers touching the ball frequently. We've got to take care of those folks. We want to get vertical with our wide receivers. I think we've got an advantage there from a speed and size perspective. That means we have to lock down their defensive line. And then lastly, we want to make sure that we get the ball back, and that means our defense giving the ball back to us very quickly.
Tim, you talked about number 1 and 14. That's Regan and Lindsay. This Rogers offense, it all starts with quarterback Jeff Regan. The junior has had an incredible season, more than 2,000 yards rushing and 1,400 yards, 2,000 yards passing and 1,400 yards rushing. And his favorite target is a big tight end in Braxton Lindsay. How does Jacoby Wade and this Conway defense contain those guys tonight?
I think Jacoby's going to be key because you can put him on 14 or spying on 1 like we did at PA. 14 is a great player. So is number 1, but we've got to make sure that we get locked down on both those guys, and I think Jacoby Wade could help there.
Tim, you said it earlier in the pregame.
in our roundtable that we had. But this Rogers defense, it reminds you a lot of that Pulaski Academy defense. They're going to send 6 or 7 guys every play, and it's hard to predict where the rush is going to come from. How do we counteract their speed and chaos with some speed and chaos of our own with our receivers?
Well, we need to make sure that our offense, first of all, offensive line gets their eyes up and is taking care of all those weird angles that they'll come from. They will stunt from the outside and the inside. You'll see the middle linebacker take an outside route into getting there. If we can do that, give our quarterback just enough time, we can get vertical and have success.
Yeah, Alex McCray leads the team in all 3 of those major categories: receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Tim, with as much as Rogers likes to run the ball, this could very much turn into a shortened game with fewer possessions for the Conway offense. Our defense is going to have to get stops on 3rd and 4th downs tonight, and I think our defensive line is going to play a huge role in that.
Yeah, you're looking at Justice Hills there. He's the kind of guy that had a great game against PA, and it was really filling up the middle, being patient inside, working your guy over, but doing that. We have to make sure that we can do what we can do to get the ball back. They like to go on long drives. It's 5, 6, 15 yards at a time, but they will go on long marches. We just need the ball back.
It's Conway and Rogers here in the quarterfinals. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineups.
No, it's gone down.
Griffin Sherrod, Julian Jones,
Justice Hills, Joseph Washington,
Trayvon Logan,
JP Saxton,
RJ Chapman,
Trez Hammond,
Tyus Carr,
Jacoby Wade,
Noah Files, Guy Buchanan, Will Upton, Major Mahar,
Isaiah Bowman,
Eric Somerville,
Heath Owen, Nathan Richardson,
Kingston Jackson,
Max Owen, Blake Kordsmeyer,
Cambrian Blackman,
Adley McCray,
Trey Harris, Grayson Wilson.
Well, there you have it, folks. We are pretty confident based on all the reports we've heard and what we saw in the pregame warm-ups. But for the first time since week 6, pretty sure that Grayson Wilson will start tonight. And if he doesn't start, pretty confident we're at least going to see him play.
Yeah, it's one of those things where in high school ball you don't have to. It's not like they're building the lines out there and you get that. It is up to the coaches to determine when they want to say or if they want to say at all. And so all indications are that he could get the start at the very least. He will be playing, and that's really a good sign.
So I believe Conway won the toss.
We did win the toss. Deferred, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Well, Rogers, they want to go down and score. That's their MO.
And I think I really do have a feeling that had they won the toss, I think they would have accepted the ball and put their offense out there first. Their offense this is such an interesting offense. We talked a little bit about it, but their quarterback, Regan, is a little guy. He's 5'7", and I say little, I'm 5'8". I'm taller than he is. But they will empty the backfield constantly. He had, and I think I can't remember if this is right or not, it seemed like he had about 40-something rush attempts at the Bentonville game. How many rushes did he have at Bentonville?
Against Bentonville, he had 28.
Yeah, but so 28 rushes. He'll line up behind the offensive line by himself, nobody else back there. They will throw out of it. He can throw. He's very successful throwing the ball, but it's because people have to come up and play the run against him, and that loosens things up, and he's got a good guy in 14 who can really, really catch. They've got other weapons, but that dude can really play.
Playoff action around the 7A tonight. Of course, we are in the quarterfinals, and so you got Bryant playing host to Cabot. We're playing host to Rogers. And then on the west side, number 1 Bentonville, number 1 seed out of the west, is playing host to Bentonville West, and Fayetteville is playing host to Pulaski Academy.
So what's interesting about the Bentonville West game is, or in both those games, the 5 seed, or both sides, the 5 seed beat the 4 seed last week. So upsets on both sides. The last game that Bentonville played was against Bentonville West, and they turn around and play them again. So it's back-to-back games, and they handled Bentonville West pretty easily the last time around.
That is interesting. I mean, you just played them.
Turn around and get a play.
And I mean, they're your rival too.
And so I think, and not just because it's Conway, I believe this is the most interesting matchup. Rogers is a wild card, man. They are really, really good. It'll be a wait and see if they can produce like they did against the West. But they, other than Fayetteville and Bentonville, they had a good time.
Major Mahar wearing another new number tonight?
Just outside. Yep. I don't know if it could be number 9. Is that?
Well, you know how it is with he's wore a different number multiple times this season.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Major or not, but he's,
I mean,
whoever
it's
is
gotta
doing
be
push-ups.
Major. I couldn't imagine who else it would be.
Well, that puts us behind the sticks, so to speak. So 35-yard line is where Rogers starts.
We'll get our first look at this Rogers offense led by Jeff Regan, the junior. And most of his top targets at receiver, also juniors. So maybe some matchups we see not only this year but into next year. Regan, quick pass out to Lindsey in the flats. He spins out of one attempt, is chased down by your Mike linebacker, J.P. Saxton.
Well, so Trez had to get around the block, and he did, but he was too low. And again, 14 will spin. He's very good after the catch. It looks like right out of the gate that they've got Trez on a lockdown with Lindsey. Yeah. He's going with him wherever he goes.
Be empty again for Regan. Another quick pass, this time on the other side to Drayson Voke. He'll be stopped short of the sticks, going to bring up about 3rd and 4.
Good speed that time by the outside. R.J. Chapman out there, Tice Carr out there. They do not. I mean, they eventually might go vertical, but they really like the short passing game as well as the quarterback just picking a lane and going.
Empty on every play this time for Regan, and pass led a little bit too far in front of Xander Burke, who's lined up in the H-back spot.
4th and 4, and they do regular punts, so this is they're still set up in the offense.
Their punter is number 12, Benson Ashley. Play clock down, down to 14.
Looks like they're going to go. You just don't want to jump here because that would give them a first down.
Regan fakes it to Harrell, rolls out to the right, and it's tipped away by Trez Hammond.
Oh, that's a great play. They tried to go to Lindsey, which is what they're going to want to do, and Trez was right there. Super play by Trez Hammond.
No 3 and out, it's a 4 and out.
Wow. Great job by the defense there. Turns it over to the Wampus Cats in plus side. We're at the 41 already.
And looky, Tim Roach back on the field at quarterback for the first time since week 6. It's Grayson Wilson, the senior.
Let's cut the deuce loose here.
1st and 10 from the 41. Start with a handoff to Trey Harris. Trey bounces it out to the left. Nice gain of about 9 yards on first down for Trey.
Yeah, he was able to. They tried to clog the middle piece, and he was very quick to bounce it. You cannot wait on these guys. You'll see number 30. His name is Hunter Dickey. He's fast on the edge.
They mark it as just a 7-yard run. They'll give it to Trey again right up the middle. He's going to be close to that first down marker.
They're going to give it to him.
It will be a first down for your Wampus Cats. Heath Owen was getting with it with one of the defensive linemen.
Yeah, it's going to be a tussle out there.
Cam Blackman, Blake Kordsmeyer here on the near side. Alex McCray comes in motion. They pitch it to McCray. McCray trying to get around the edge, cannot escape the pursuit from the Rogers defense. No gain.
That was a show-me play, if you ask me. I mean, we have not seen that play all year long. Alex lost his shoes, so they bring in Blake Kordsmeyer. They're going to flip Crow to the other side. Plenty of time. 25 seconds left on the play clock.
Good to see Max Owen back out on the field as well.
Yep.
Second and 11. They'll call it a loss of 1.
Interesting on the top side. 3 wide receivers for the Wampus Cats, 2 defenders and 1 back deep.
Blitz is coming. Wilson gets it out quick to Cam Blackman on the slant. Cam's going to have about 5 yards.
It's a good throw right there. We're in 4-down territory. Brings up 3rd and about a long 5, maybe 6.
2 receivers to each side for Wilson. Looking to pass on 3rd down, going deep for Blake Kordsmeyer. Blake has a step, makes the catch. Touchdown, Wampus Cats.
Oh, welcome back, Grayson Wilson. Perfect throw. Blake did not have a whole lot of room, but got behind his guy. He dropped it right on him, high pointed the ball. Blake Kordsmeyer's had a good couple of weeks. That's a great throw. Look at this. High, dropped it right on top of him. Great job.
Looked a lot like the first touchdown pass Grayson Wilson had way back
in Jonesboro
in week 0.
Yeah, and I think Blake was the
He
guy then
was.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, oh man.
Nice start.
Welcome back, Grayson Wilson. He'll stay on to hold as well. Kick is up and good. Conway gets the stop on 4th down, scores quickly. They have a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
The community of Conway continues to be committed to the Wampus Cats, just as Centennial is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Wampus Cats, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let us be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Well, I'm not sure you could draw up a better start to this game if you're Conway. Defense gets the stop on 4th down. Short field for your Wampus Cats. Grayson Wilson back in action and throws a 27-yard strike to Blake Kordsmeyer.
Well, one of the things we talked about, we didn't talk about it in our pregame. That's major.
Yeah, he's got 22 on the helmet.
Yeah,
the helmet don't lie.
It could be that because we've had some players,
a lot of freshmen
come in, but right out of the gate, no rust from the week off, so that's good to see. Hope it continues.
Better kick this time, and Rogers having trouble fielding it. Bounces down inside the 4, down to the 3.
You can't do that.
He kicked it out of bounds.
Phantom jumping in, but he kicked it out of bounds, so they'll spin that one half the distance back.
Back to the 2?
Yeah, you can't. It's not. This football is not like European football. Watch this. So he fumbles after falling down, and 19 comes in and just kicks it.
Oh, 19. I see. I was watching 1. I think that was that 1
yeah.
or 11? Somebody.
4, I thought, but maybe I'm wrong.
Man.
So that should be half the distance from where they kicked it.
I mean, I guess I'd rather that than Conway get the ball right there.
Yeah.
Return. Half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
First down.
I don't know. I've watched. I don't know the last time I saw that. I've seen it before, but it's been years. That's an interesting move.
Well, when we got here way early, about 3 o'clock, the soccer team was out here practicing, and kind of reminded me of that. So 1st and 10 from the 2 for Regan and the Mounties. Regan keeps it, design run. Great pursuit by J.P. Saxton.
Yeah, that's the guy right there. When you watched the and we're going to probably tonight reference the Pulaski Academy game,
this team is built a little bit similarly in terms of the things they like to do. He does want to run the ball more than was it Cobb? Was that his name?
I think
Seems
so,
like it was
yeah.
his name. He liked to throw first. This guy's a little flip, but he's an active runner. We spied with JP in the Pulaski game, Academy game, and he did there as well.
Gain of just 2. They'll hand off on second down. Nice run, bounced out to the outside. That is Cam Cunningham, a senior.
Yeah, they sealed off the back end so we couldn't get that way. And you know, again, that's one of those plays where you want them doing things they don't normally do. And so they don't normally rush the ball outside of the quarterback, but they did get away with one there. Makes it very manageable, 3rd and less than a yard. So you expect to see at least Regan here, if not the running back.
Regan fakes it, he'll keep it. Trying to bounce to the outside. Gang tackling led by R.J. Chapman.
Yeah.
He gets the first down, though.
Yeah, he paid the price there, and that's another thing you want to be able to do. I mean, but that's Buck James football. Okay, if that's what you want to do, if you want to run the ball, if you get out there in space, we're gonna make sure that you know who the Wampus Cats are and introduce yourself. And so they did there.
Cam Sims checks in here on the near side at defensive end.
Also have 34s out
Elijah
there.
Washington at corner. Regan checks down to Cunningham out of the backfield. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Chapman.
Again, they're okay with that. That brings up second down and about 6. They're going to throw quick throws. They don't spend a lot of time looking it over. Now 14, Lindsey they'll run him a drag plays, quick outs, just to give him space.
Regan has thrown 8 interceptions on the year. Finds his big target, Lindsey, here on the near side. Man, this guy, he's an athlete.
Yeah, they did a great job just getting that ball out right there. We were on top of Regan very quickly, but he made a great throw to Lindsey, and Lindsey's he's got that real quick twitch. He as soon as he catches the ball, he's making moves. And again, he's a D1 offer guy, so there are a lot of schools after this cat.
1st and 10 from the 32. Handoff here on first down.
Ooh, the ball almost.
MJ Jones almost ripped it away.
Yeah, he was ripping there. That's good. So a couple of rushes by running backs here, which is very different. Already we're seeing some differences of what they've shown lately on film. Not many rushes out of the running back position.
You're going to see a lot more of Cam Sims tonight because we learned that Major James is out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he got injured, and I think in the PA game maybe potentially, and tried to work through it, could not.
Regan takes off right up the middle. Jacoby Wade will stop him well past the first down. Regan flashing the speed.
Yeah, he took the ball there. I mean, that's what they do. He snaps it, when he gets the ball, if it's a designed run like that one was, he just shoots the first gap he sees, and that one was right up the middle.
Ball spotted now at the 45. Regan will hand off this time. That exchange was a little messy. No gain.
Well, they don't do it very often.
That's true.
But again, they're running the running back a lot more than they have in previous games, at least early on here.
Rogers coached by Chad Harbison. He's in his 10th season.
Boy, they're well coached. They're a very good team. Big offensive line. Wow.
Yeah, their tackles are huge on both sides. 2nd and 10, empty again for Regan. Keep it right up the middle. Almost got tripped up. Chapman and Griffin Sherrod get him down after a short gain.
I was good with what RJ did there. He waited for the bounce to come get him. He didn't get sucked into the play, and so he was able to make it after a couple of yards. Nicely done. Now they're going to be, if they were in 4-down territory back here on their own side of the 50, this is definitely 4-down territory.
We may not see them punt tonight.
If we get there, yeah.
3rd and 7. Regan looking for Lindsey across the middle. Jacoby Wade almost got another interception.
Jacoby Wade,
Boy, great. And he was covering his dude from the opposite side of the field. Watch this.
I couldn't tell if he was looking for Lindsey or the other guy.
I think, to your point, they did not need to be, both players need to be there. All right, so obviously they're going to go for it again. 4th and 7. Don't jump.
4 receivers to the far side.
Oh, he moved.
They went early here. No flag, makes the catch, and Lindsey will score easily. I think our defense was expecting the flag.
Yeah, I was expecting the flag. He moved way too early. Wow, that flat-footed on the defensive side, and that's the dude right there. Wow.
It's tough because it's one of those spots where it's like, it's so obvious, it's really hard to miss.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that Buck James he's already meandering his way down.
Yeah. Point after is up and good. We're tied up. 4:53 to play here in the first quarter. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
Thank you for your business.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium. We'll try and get a look at, we believe Lindsey jumped off the line early, and it seemed like everybody thought that's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because he did.
Yeah, and we literally stopped playing. And Trez did. And you can't do that, by the way. We can't do that, but they missed that call, and that's unfortunate, but you've got to play. If they don't blow the whistle, you got to go.
You got to keep going.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Just a bad call and not very heady defense by your Wampus Cats.
And the reason we point that out is because this is something that's been called a lot against us in the last 5 years.
Well, and it's right in. I mean, it's not like he's off. It's literally right in front of him. Just missed the call. It happens.
Nice kick taken back at the 1 by Cam Blackman. Cam working the middle. Takes the contact on at about the 23, and that's where this next drive will start. And we will see Grayson Wilson again at quarterback.
Well, all right. So, again, their offense is potent, and they showed it there. Took advantage of a mistake by our defense and really made us pay. The 2 guys that you don't want to see get involved in the ball game, 1 and 14. So now your offense has to respond.
It's almost like we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
We try to prepare you as much as we can.
Yeah.
Mostly Tim. Cam Blackman in motion. They fake it to Trey, get it out to Cam in the flats. Nice tackle made out there. Gain of just 1.
Yeah, good open field tackle. Cam got it in space, tried to turn up, and he was already there. Very minimal gain.
They'll bring Cam, Blake, and Max here on the near side. Alex McCray split out on the far side. Grayson stepping up. A lot of open field out in front. Big gain for Grayson. He's still going. Grayson Wilson, welcome back. Touchdown.
At about the 50, it looked like he was going to think about going down, but no, sir. Sprinted through it. Flashed the speed. Watch this. Good job of moving up into the pocket. Okay, I might go down. No. Split the seam. Good block downfield. Coasting into the end zone.
And that is what this Conway offense has missed these last few weeks, that ability to run out of that pressure. Grayson Wilson has the legs for sure. Extra point is up and good. Conway quickly takes back the lead, 14-7. 4:07 to play here in the first quarter. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability, Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Whew, still catching my breath. After that one, a 75-yard touchdown run for Grayson Wilson, his first and only carry of the night.
Pretty good average. 1 for 75 and a touchdown.
Get a look at our third kickoff here from Major Mahar. Returned on the far side, will be hit out of bounds just before the 30. So Rogers got a quick score after what your Wampus Cats thought was a penalty, but didn't hear the whistle and gave up on the play, and Lindsay made them pay for it.
So you got McJoy out there. I believe that's McJoy that was in on the tackle, and that's the reason why you flipped the numbers and had, because 9 and 20, you can't have 2 22s out.
So that, he's playing tonight. And that's when we've seen him change numbers, is usually in the second half when McJoy's been getting some time at receiver.
Ooh, quads. Here we go.
Get it out quickly here in the flats. It's a numbers game. Flag does come in at around the 32, so all of this going to be coming back.
Yeah, the wide receiver held a little too long, got a little bit too much jersey, but they just tried to create all the chaos and all the blocking up out in front. Now, I don't know if it was blocking before he caught it. I think it was more of a hold. I think it was after he caught the ball. Yeah, holding.
From the spot of the foul.
All right.
Okay. So it was downfield just a little bit. It won't be exactly 2nd and 20. It's more like 1st and 19. So they'll play the down over again, but it's 1st and about 19.
Now, of the 2 penalties, is holding what you would prefer to happen there?
I would rather, no.
Or is it about the same?
That's about the same. That's offsides, and we come off.
Juju.
Brings in Caleb Kern. Cannot give back. So you got they had a penalty there that, and just didn't want to give them back anything. Smart play by Rogers.
False start.
Oh.
Number 14 in the offense.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I saw him come off after that, so.
Yep.
Or no, he's still there. Never mind.
There,
I saw another receiver go off.
That's good news. Now, we moved, but apparently they moved first.
Well, they did move first earlier. I don't know.
They finally called it on 14.
If you saw that.
That's a break for the Wampus Cats because we were definitely offsides.
Makes it 1st and 22. Regan will keep it this time. Trying to bounce it out.
Good block.
Where all those receivers are. Picks up a good chunk. Picks up about 12. Back to the original stick.
Interesting. That same play as they had previously on the other side, and they threw the ball there, and exactly what you'd want Rogers wants to do, give you the same look and then run out of it, and that's what they did. Picked up, what is that, about 14 or so?
I think about 12.
Yeah. Still behind the stick.
Here
2nd
they go.
and 10. Yeah.
4 again.
Making us be honest out here. You got to cover it. You got 4 out there. We need to.
Regan gets it out quickly. Elijah Washington
Ooh.
battling through that. I think he got a hand on it.
Wow.
Good job.
Boy, fought
by the
through it.
sophomore.
That's nice. Great job. He's a guy. He's starting to see. Look at this. Yep.
Just push the guy back into it.
He almost picked that off.
Well, they'll move away from that.
They go to more of a spread out. They got 5 receivers.
3rd and 10. Regan flushed out.
Yeah.
Going to be forced to just go out of bounds. 4th and long upcoming. They got a punt here, right?
Yeah, they were trying to go to Lindsey deep on the vertical route, tried to roll him out to get it there, and Lindsey didn't fall all the way down, but he tripped coming out, slipped, and it threw everything off.
Brings on Benson Ashley, the punter, 6'1" senior. And Jacoby Wade back just inside the 40. Punt is away. Don't think Jacoby's going to get a chance to return this one. Will bounce out of bounds around the 36.
Good starting field position for your Wampus Cats. All right, great job by the defense. Took advantage of a hold early in the series, but really played it well. They looked for a second there, especially on the run by Regan in the quad setup, that they were going to really get some things going there, and it just didn't work out. What I found interesting, though, was on 3rd and long, they were trying to go vertical with Lindsey and rolled out Regan to get there, so we got to be watching that later.
Grayson handles a wild snap, gets it to Amari Davis. Amari, a lot of space on the right. He's got a first down after 11 yards.
Oh, that's great blocking by your offensive line up front as well. But, Amari is just one of those guys. He just, for a little guy, he just blows through holes. He's what a powerful runner he is.
First down. Grayson has time. Going deep for McCray. McCray working back. A lot of hand contact. No flag.
Wow.
It's incomplete.
Wow. All right. Well, if they're going to let that go, then okay. I mean, that works both ways. A lot of hand checking down there, and I'm okay with some heavy hand checking. I really am. But that could be a good sign, because we tend to be fairly handsy ourselves on in the secondary. Might be run here. 2nd and long. This side 50. So you're really in 4-down territory, so you want to get a good chunk play here.
2nd and 10. Grayson going deep on the other side. Was looking for Cam Blackman. Just well defended again.
That's giving him time to go vertical. I like that.
11:16 to play in the second quarter up in Bentonville. The Wolverines 7, the Tigers 0.
Okay, you keep talking that stuff up. That's okay. Jacoby Wade in the ball game in the slot, nearest us.
3rd and 10. Grayson looking to the side, getting the call in.
Need to pick up a good chunk here. Blitz.
Grayson under pressure. Ball comes out a little awkwardly. They got a hand on it. Falls incomplete. Grayson got a little tangled up with the defender in the backfield.
So they did get that one. They didn't get the last one, but they got that one. Good news is the ball fell kind of in space out there.
Up in Fayetteville. Fayetteville up 10-8 on PA. That's still in the first quarter. Major Mahar gets the punt off. Fair caught at the 15. They'll mark it at the 16. Nice punt from Major.
Yeah, good clean blocking up front for your Wampus Cats. All right. Offense bogged down midfield and could not win vertical for a couple of pass plays, which I like, by the way. It stretches everything out. That's when you're not afraid to do that, they have to account for that, and so that's going to open up something in the flat area, drag across the middle. You're going to see probably some bigger plays down the middle of the field now that we've tried to go vertical on the boundary a couple of times. All right, defense has got to hold up here.
They fake it on first down. Regan bouncing it out. Jacoby Wade forcing him to plant his foot and just nowhere to go. Loss of about 1 or 2.
Yeah, great job by Jacoby and the defensive line in general. But Jacoby out there on an island, don't know that he necessarily made the full tackle, but he made Regan make some decisions behind the line of scrimmage, and really no chance there.
Start of the second quarter at Bryant. Hornets up 17-0 over Cabot.
Quads again down low.
Regan under pressure. Escapes it somehow, looking back over the middle. Jacoby Wade. Man, that's a dangerous throw.
That is a major deal if we can get that kind of throw going on across his body back to the middle of the field. If the throw is anywhere lower, that's Jacoby going for 6 more than likely. Big play here.
3rd down and 11. About 1:10 to play left here in the first quarter. Regan gets the ball out quick. Was looking here on the near side for 16. That's Parker Nix, but just not well placed.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit long for them in terms of a throw. That's not the strength. And so, yeah, when you're forcing people to get into things, doing things that they don't like to do, you might get hit a couple of times, but on percentages, you play the percentages. And if you're playing away from your strength, that's good for us.
Jacoby Wade back near the 50. Another angled punt. Jacoby had to go all the way back inside the 40 to get it.
That's a great block.
Jacoby dancing around, still on his feet. Jacoby takes a hard hit out of bounds. I'm not sure he really gained a yard, but a lot of excitement there.
Jacoby's not going to go down easy. He's just not. That's Jacoby being Jacoby. We got used to that. I'm going to miss this guy. What a player.
It's in the second quarter up in Bentonville. It's all tied up between the Tigers and Wolverines.
So you spoke too soon. You made it happen. We're doing that because if we should happen to win our game and Bentonville West happens to win their game, we would play here. But first things first, we've got to win this ball game.
Yeah, we got to take care of this task ahead of us tonight. 1st and 10 from the 37. Another strange snap. Trey Harris ends up with it. It's going to be a loss of about 4.
Yeah, so it went through Grayson's hands right into Trey's hands, and good hands there, but loss of about 5. Wow. Centers, it's a tough game. Trust me, it really is. And you get in. It's almost like throwing a baseball. You get into a habit. It can happen over and over again. You get that muscle memory.
Give it to Trey. Trey just trying to flash some speed right up the middle. Gets about 2 yards back.
Yeah, tried to pop one there. I like that play call. Just got to execute a little bit better up front.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's been big plays from Grayson Wilson here in quarter number 1. Deep pass to Blake Kordsmeyer, got him on the board first. And then a 75-yard run from the senior. Welcome back, Grayson Wilson. Good to have him back in the lineup. 14-7, Conway on top at the end of the first. Second quarter coming up next on Conway Corp.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Back live at John McConnell Stadium, 14-7. Your Wampus Cats take a lead into the second quarter. And they got a big 3rd down coming up as we start action again here at John McConnell Stadium.
Right. And they're basically they are 50% on their complete all-out blitz to get to Grayson Wilson. One time it burned them. The next time they got to him, so they brought in Lindsey in here close to the edge. So you see 14. You'll see him shortly. He'll be coming. He's not in there, I don't think, for coverage.
Grayson gets the pass out. Jacoby Wade had a few steps. There is a flag in the backfield, maybe a late hit on Grayson.
Well, that was Lindsey coming in after him. Let's see what the call is. It looks like they're saying it's against us, so a hold maybe.
Number 59 on the offense. Declined. 4th down.
Will be against your Wampus Cats. It is declined. Buck James letting him know what he thinks of that.
Yeah.
So another 3 and out for your Wampus Cats.
Yeah, that started with a bad snap right out of the gate, though, and put us behind the sticks and just didn't get anything going there.
High punt for Major Mahar. Carter Crow will jump on it at the 36.
All right, so some big plays, and now all of a sudden it's been a defensive struggle. You got to expect them to get back to what they like to do. They've had a couple of unfortunate events on their offensive side that has put them in a position to try to do things they don't normally do, like go vertical, throw the long ball. So you kind of expect them to get back to Regan running the ball here.
A handoff on first down, big gash up the middle. Tress Hammond and Noah Files teaming up for the tackle, but big first down run and another first down for Rogers.
Yeah, quick pop. That was almost like the quarterback doing it himself, but good blocking up front by Rogers. Created a gap and got to the second level in a hurry.
Ball right at midfield. Regan got the pass out to the H-back. Chase him down, push him out of bounds inside the 10. First and goal upcoming as Xander Burke made him pay.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and see where 22 came out of. If he was in the slot. Looked like he was maybe the H-back potentially.
Yeah, he was at the H.
Yeah.
First and goal from the 7. Regan will keep it. They're going to blow it dead. Flag comes out on the far side.
Pre-snap penalty, so it's either illegal procedure or offsides.
Art on the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Will be against Rogers. They'll move it back to the 13. Excuse me, the 12. Regan looking to run here. Tries to cut it back to the middle. Griffin Sherrod says no.
Well, and they didn't have, that was a design run. They had nobody else kind of slipping out. What they will do here is they will roll that play and release the blocker in front of Regan. If you try to take him, he'll throw it over the top, kind of like Tebow kind of play. But there was nobody in the pattern there.
Second and goal from the 10. Regan running again. Planted his foot and made a cut. It's going to get inside the 5.
Boy, it didn't look like there was a lot there, and he just made something out of it. That's what he's done all year long, by the way. All right, you got to be careful of Lindsey here, number 14. Third down. They got 2 shots at it here. They do have a great kicker, so I mean, but I don't know if they're going to settle for 3.
Regan plants his feet, looking back in the end zone. Threw it deep enough that Conway not much of a threat to get there, but nothing much Vogt could do either.
Yeah, they ran the waggle. That was interesting. They ran the receiver all the way across the back of the end zone. You have to account for Regan to run the ball, so but we did a great job in the back of the end zone.
No 12 coming on. Interesting formation here.
That's
Regan under center. Fakes the pitch. They get the pass into the end zone. Catch is made by Daniel. So Regan was actually in the slot, I think.
Yeah, they ran a different guy at quarterback and pitched it to him, and then a throw. So they do a lot of razzle dazzle. That's a Rogers thing. They have all different kinds of things that they do on special teams and offense. So.
That brings on Ashley again for the point after. Kick is up and good. Tie ball game here in the second quarter. 9:51 to play in the first half. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
Tim Roach in typical Tim Roach fashion, looking concerned with the pencil on the lips.
Yeah, that's the best because I am concerned. That's a good call out. Yeah, no, this is exactly kind of what I expected to see out of them, especially early on in the game. The hope is that as the game wears on, we begin to kind of push and lean on Rogers. But this is a team that comes in hot, and any kind of falter could get us thinking about what happened a couple of weeks ago, and that kind of gets in your head. And so you just you got to continue to press here.
Well, Jeff Regan, 7 of 14 here in the first half for 122 and 2 touchdowns. Cam Blackman on the return. Going to get it just past the 20. And we'll see this Conway Wampus Cat offense again. Last 2 possessions, 3 and out.
Yeah, we've had a couple of mistakes, and one was a couple of bad snaps that we had to deal with. But again, their blitz package is really special. We may have to change up what we were really trying to do. We've gone more vertical. I called for it in the Tim's 3 things, and we've not had success necessarily. One good touchdown pass, but we have to be able to block up front to get that play going.
Cam Blackman in motion. They pitch it to Cam. Cam around the edge. He's got some space, lowers his shoulder. And he's going to have the first down.
Going to hustle now. Real hustle mode even for Conway.
Cam in the backfield. Grayson rolling out.
Plenty of space to run.
He's just going to take off himself. Goes out of bounds at the 39.
Yeah, good decision there. Really nothing available to him, so he took what he could get. Got half of the distance. Well, almost half. Long 5, maybe 6.
Will Moore, his first carry. Will barreling ahead.
Nice.
Real close to that first down marker.
Just a little short, about the length of the football, but that was a good power and no hesitation there.
3rd and short. Give it to Will again. Will easily has the first down. Will Moore, his first carry since Little Rock Christian.
You bet. Good to see him running the ball. That's nice.
Well, he brings a different dynamic into the ground game. Can give you those tough yards.
You bet. Downhill runner.
1st and 10. They give it to Trey Harris. Trey makes one cut, and he's got about 7.
Come on now. Just don't be spearing a guy as he gets to the ground. But that's backside pressure, and the initial cut by Trey was fantastic.
State trips here on the near side. 2nd and 4. Get it out to Cam Blackman. Pass just a little too low.
Yeah, unfortunate there. We're in 4-down territory. I'd like to see us not have to get to the 4-down territory, to be honest with you, or 4th down. So Cam going to the other side of the field. In the Mark Kelly playbook, this could be anything. This could be a handoff to Trey. It could be a rollout. Get the ball to Max.
Haven't got to say Max's name much yet. He goes in motion here. They will give it to Trey. Trey looked like he had a lot of space and then
good tackle.
Just closed in on him. That's Christian Flores, the safety.
Yeah, good tackle there. 4th and short.
Well, you hear Coach talk about it. Have to be able to run the ball when we have to run the ball.
2 running backs in the backfield now alongside Grayson.
Play clock down to 13.
Trying to get everybody set. We maybe call timeout.
Down to 4. And they will have to call a timeout. We will take it as well. Back in 30 on Conway Corp.
The community of Conway continues to be committed to the Wampus Cats, just as Centennial is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Wampus Cats, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let us be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Big moment here in the second quarter. 4th and 2, 7:50 to play here in the first half, and your Wampus Cats going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, it's strange to say a big moment in the ballgame with almost 8 minutes to go in the half, but this really is. I mean, Rogers has shown that they can go. All right, so
they're not keeping the offense on the field.
Talked about it, changed their mind. At least that's what they're showing. Now it's 4th and longer.
Who jumped?
I believe it was Stephon Wade.
Ball start. Number 58 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, that probably erased any funny business that you might have been seeing there. Not that there was going to be any. Fair caught just past the 20, so it will be a long field for Rogers.
But it does give them the opportunity to take the lead for the first time in the ballgame. And so you don't say that very often with the Wampus Cats. Not in the first half, at least. All right, so the offense has struggled a little bit to make consistent plays. We had a pretty good series going there and just didn't get the ball where we needed to. Defensively, we're going to have to figure out this short pass into the flat. We're having a better success keeping Regan in check so far, but now that pass has been trouble.
Regan keeps it. Escapes out, and he's off to the races. Trez Hammond. Man. Trez just caught him. All the way down to the 1.
Just as I said, they kept him in check. They faked the run that they've been working on. And to your point, he was off. He was off and running.
It's a fast guy, man.
He is a fast dude.
No denying that. 1st and goal from the 1. Regan running all the way, and he's in. Rogers takes their first lead of the game.
Wow.
Quickly.
Yeah. That was tough to watch there. That's what Regan has done to everybody this year. And he did it to us there. Big long run. He didn't get it in the end zone, but he finally did. Barely got in, but he got in.
Extra point is good. Rogers takes a 7-point lead, 21-14. 7:21 to play here in the second half. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp, always on.
Well, second game in a row for your Wampus Cats. Finally have been facing some adversity.
So, same thing happened last year. I mean, when you think about it, the Bentonville West game last year, we were down in the first half as well to Bentonville West. In the second round of the playoffs, after a big loss or tough loss to Bryant. So we were hoping that it looks like with the first series that we were set, but still a little bit of things to work out.
Trez Hammond dropped it, picked it back up. Escaped about 3 guys. I don't know how he kept getting away, but finally stopped. Forward progress will be at the 20.
Yeah, that was fortunate there. I mean, he was picking up the ball, really hadn't controlled it yet when they got the first hit on him, but he made about 17 guys miss. A couple of guys missed twice.
Jeff Regan, 10 carries for 113 yards here in the first half.
They got something special with that dude. And this offense, the way they've structured it, he's dynamic.
Just a junior.
Great.
1st and 10. They'll hand it off on first down. I believe that's Amari.
It is.
Need a string of first downs here. Get some momentum going.
That was a good rush, though, by Amari. Good 2nd and 5 now.
Give it to him again. Grayson took a hit. No gain.
Stuffed that one pretty quickly. Brings in Tanner Harris in the H.
For some extra blocking.
Yeah, because their blitz package, they come with a lot of different guys. So.
Well, between their defensive line and their linebackers, they've got about 30 sacks. So, 3rd and 5. They give it to Amari. Amari lowering the shoulder.
Didn't get it.
But he will be short.
You got a punt here, I would think. We didn't punt last time. We punted last time on the plus side of the field, and now it looks like we're going for it. This may be Buck James sending a message. "17 seconds on the play clock, so plenty of time to get set."
4th and 2 from their own 28. It's empty for Grayson. Gets it out quick to Cam Blackman. Cam's got the first down, breaks through a tackle, down to the 45 where he'll finally go down. Huge conversion on 4th down.
That was just a great route by Cam. Good solid throw by Grayson. That was wide open. Good tough running after the catch by Cam. That's what we're used to.
Handed off here on first down. Will Moore back in. He's got a tough 2 or 3 yards.
He looked good. He's hitting the hole very hard. Not a lot of room up front.
2nd down and 7. Grayson has time. Great route from Kordsmeyer on the far side. Another first down, plows down inside the 35.
Great blocking there. We got shoved backwards in the offensive line, but he went down with our offensive lineman. I think that was Heath.
Empty here for Grayson. 4 receivers on the near side.
There they come.
Pressure coming. Was lofting it up, nobody back there, and we've got lucky that Flores didn't catch that one.
I'd like to see that one again. That came in pretty high. Buck James was asking about it. Boy, I mean, he really came in high. Yeah, wow.
You're talking about the hit on Wilson.
Yeah, hit on Wilson. Yeah, it came in really high. All right, so they are, I mean, they're blitz packages. I mean, so we tried to go long with those. We're going to have to start hitting like what we hit with the 4th down play with Cam.
Give it to Trey this time on second down. Trey's going to get about 2 or 3. Closing in on the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter.
All right, well, they've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6 guys really in the box there. And they got Lindsey in, they're going to come off the edge.
Grayson gets it out quick, this time to Kordsmeyer. Another short gain, though. 4th and about 5 upcoming.
So they've got in the box, they've got all their line. I think they've got one guy that's actually in a 3-point stance. Everybody else is standing up. They're fast. They're undersized, but they're fast. And so they are creating problems for our offensive line. Kind of what we talked about. You just got to keep your eyes up and get a hat on a body.
Cam in motion. Grayson under pressure, gets it out to Trey Harris. A lot of space open for Trey. Touchdown, Conway.
When in doubt, get it to 1. Solves a lot of problems there. Great throw. Great throw.
Great play call as well. Get it to your speedy back. We saw him do it 2 weeks ago. Really the only highlight for the Conway offense at Bryant. He gets on the board again here tonight.
Great play call by Mark Kelly.
Will Upton's extra point is up and good. We're all tied up again. 3:07 to play here in the second quarter. Back with more after this break on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers and exceptional team of nurses to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium. Great shot there of Naven Richardson. Naven getting the start tonight at right guard. Jackson Warlow out for the rest of the season, we believe.
Right.
So they've had to do some work there at right guard. We've heard that Landon Berry might even be back
Have
this
not
week.
seen him yet, I don't think.
I don't think we have seen him yet. I believe he is number 68. And then a 9th grader has come up and is making some progress at guard as well. So
yeah, we've got some things to fix on both sides of the ball. We've got to get our blocking up front taken care of, and defensively, man, we got to stop their offense.
Fake the handoff. Tackle made right around the 30. Noah Files and Jacoby Wade.
They ran that, actually handed it off against, I think it was against Harbor. They handed it off there.
That 70-42 game?
Yeah.
That was a wild one.
Wicked game there.
I mean, we're maybe on our way to something like that.
I could be. I mean, we got to figure out defensively how to stop this offense. They're taking care of business up front.
We had some success in the first quarter, but it's been troublesome here in the second. Regan almost broke out of 2 tackles there. Gets about 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, he's not that big, but he reminds me when he's running the ball in the inside. When he bounces it outside, he's very fast. But when he's in the inside, he reminds me of Amari Williams, size-wise, and as well as the way he just takes on tackles. Very tough.
Handed off to the back and just nowhere to go. Juju Jones swallowing it up.
Yeah, that was a great play there. Tried to pop it with the running back. They've had some success with that tonight. Didn't have any there. No gain.
This would be a great place for a 3-and-out for this Conway defense.
All right, so they've rolled up their number 22 into the mix tonight, but you got to expect the ball for Regan or Lindsey here. Lindsey's going to come bottom of the screen.
3rd down and 6. Burke at H-back. Quick pass on the slant. picks up the first down. Trez Hammond makes the tackle. That pass just coming out so fast.
Yeah, they really don't go long. They don't throw it long at all, and that's a good safe throw. It's kind of like what we did with Cam on our 4th down pass earlier. Just get it to him at a quick slant. You got to jump it to make it work.
1:33 to play. Rogers
Pass
with
motion.
all 3 timeouts.
9. Took off a little quick.
Well, that'll help a little bit.
That would have helped the first touchdown pass.
Yeah.
That would have been better, but yeah, good call. Just a little quick off. Reminds me of the old Wampus Cat. They went through a year there where that was called on us multiple times every game. Probably most of them true. Just trying to get a jump.
And I don't know that it's been called all year on us this year, so we figured some things out. Regan keeps it. Trying to spin out of it on the far side. Trez Hammond
too much.
Makes the tackle, about 6-yard gain.
Yeah, it's too much. Brings up second and 9. Now they're still behind the sticks a little bit, but that's a good gain on 1st down and 15. He got to the edge there.
No hurry here. They've got all 3 timeouts, but we're under a minute.
Wampus Cats will get the ball to start the second half.
.40 seconds to play. Regan looking over the middle. Threw it behind the intended target of Eikenberry.
Boy, and they got off the ball line of scrimmage real fast there, a little bit quick. Yeah, 32 seconds. You know, again, they're quick strike, but they're going to run the ball. So it's not like they can go vertical on you pass-wise, or they don't do it very often. They probably can. We have all 3 of our time. We've 2 of our timeouts.
Yeah. Rogers will take their first one here. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. I'm just surprised how much time they let go off the clock before that incomplete pass.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe you're playing a little bit safe. It's a tie ball game, and maybe that's really what you want going into the second half. And you don't want to give Conway the chance to get something cheap here before the end of the half. Maybe that's part of the deal. Again, they don't have a real strong vertical passing game. They've got a quick throw game. They've also got Regan to run the ball. So it doesn't make for that's to say, except for a couple of plays that they've had. Consistently, that's not going to be a very quick strike offense. You're going to see 5, 6, 7 yards, and so maybe it's, hey, what do we gain there?
Well, that was just their first timeout, so 32 seconds to play here in the first half, and it's 3rd and 9.
Well, they're gonna definitely. I mean, he can run the ball very easily, but he's got weapons he can get to. So
empty here for Regan. Flushed out here on the near side. Has a receiver wide open at the 40. Catch is made, steps out of bounds. Sticks aren't quite moving yet. Okay, there we go. The first down signaled. Didn't know if there was a flag somewhere that I wasn't seeing. Nobody was moving.
23 seconds, and they're on the 40. Had a little breakdown in coverage there.
Ty Scar here on the near side, lined up against Lindsey.
Gotta watch Lindsey here.
They look for him on the slant. Ball comes out right into Jacoby Wade's hands. Conway, first takeaway of the night.
What a play by Jacoby Wade. Got a great job. Ball comes out as he's spinning. He never had control of it. That's the thing. He didn't catch it and go to the ground. He was bobbling it the whole time. That's the reason why it was still a live ball. Good call by the officials. I mean, I, for all the world, would have thought that would have blown that dead. They did not. Good call. All right.
First takeaway goes to Conway. And it came at a great time. 17 seconds on the clock. 2 timeouts left as your Wampus Cat offense comes out onto the field.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I think we go in because we get the ball to start the second half. If we were not, I might go.
Well, they're sure not lined up like they're
no,
going
they're
in.
no, they're not. Mark Kelly.
Grayson. Under pressure. He will be sacked. Now we're going in.
Yeah. That's been tough. That has just been really tough on that side. A lot of pressure on Grayson tonight.
Well, that's going to do it for the first half. We're all tied up. Let's just call it 0-0 as we go into the second half. 21-21. That's the score here at halftime. We've got cheer. We've got dance. We've got the punt contest coming up next here on the Conway Regional Health System Halftime Show.
Thank you for your business.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium, we are going to have the Punt for a Scholarship contest coming up again. What we expect to be the last time. It may not be. I mean, if we can eke out a win here tonight, if our favorite team from the West, Bentonville West, can pull off the upset at Bentonville, we might get another home game.
Do you recognize who that is?
I don't.
I can't tell who that is. All right. He's talking to Marcel. If I were him, I'd say, hey, Marcel, you kick it.
I feel like every week we have gotten closer and closer.
We have. Here we go. Good luck, young man. Marcel's not going to give you any tips.
Oh,
come on.
It feels impossible, really.
I think it is. It's like a carnival game. That was close. Too bad.
Man.
Time to go hunting. Oh, we got somebody else? All right. I don't know who it is.
The carnival game is it's a pretty apt analogy.
Wouldn't it be great for the last one to make it? No.
Well.
No, that's a shank. Thank you very much.
Well, the truck is undefeated.
Truck is
the
winner.
Are we having a third?
Holy cow. They're really trying to give the scholarship money. Good kudos to them. All right, I don't know who this is either. Stay in.
See, it's bogus is what it is.
It's bogus.
As my middle child would say, it's rigged.
Yeah, well, he did a good job. You just got to hammer it around in there like that. Oh, well. You got another
We're having
one.
more?
Yeah.
Man.
All right, so they're really working hard. This is good. All right. So the trick is to get it in there, place it in the backside, and let it rattle around.
You kind of have to line drive it almost.
You do. If you go too high and get the big bounce, you're out.
She did it! She did it!
Holy cow! Who was that?
My goodness!
Is that Ava Gibson? It is. It's Ava Gibson. Volleyball.
State champ and a punt contest winner.
I'm almost certain that looks like Ava. Please be. It looks like Ava. Maybe it's not. Come on. Tell us who it is. Andy's trying to figure out who it is, too.
Do you just get all of the scholarship money since you're the only one that made it? $10,000.
Wow.
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 That's Sports
Good
Center.
on you.
That's
Yes.
Sports Center top 10.
Yeah,
right there.
baby. Way to go. It's Ava Gibson. Middle blocker for your Wampus Cat volleyball state champs. So a state champ and then a 10K
Yeah.
to
man.
go. Way to go.
What a senior year right there.
Nice.
That's incredible. I don't know if he thinks that we can hear him. He's sure talking like he thinks we can hear him.
He's saying congratulations to Ava Gibson. There's no doubt.
That is
all right.
Pure insanity. That gives me good hopes for what's to come in the second half.
Let's just ride that storm.
All right, so the other live halftime festivities we'll have tonight. We will have cheer and dance. I believe we will have both of those things. No band on the field tonight. Band is here in person. All right, we'll start off with cheer. That was Conway cheer. I thought we would have Conway dance, but
I don't see anybody out there.
Doesn't appear that we will have Conway dance. All right. Well, we will continue with our Conway Regional Health System halftime show right now here on Conway Corp.
Arkansas Duck Derby Banquet returns, and it's more exciting than ever. Enjoy live entertainment, browse dozens of silent auction items, and grab a bite from Old Bart's Southern Eatery. This year's big ticket raffle prize is a 2024 fully loaded Polaris Ranger 1000 Premium valued at over $20,000. Every moment benefits the Conway Regional Health Foundation. Head on over to ArkansasDuckDerby.com to learn more.
My name's Thad Harden, and I am a doctor here in Conway. I'm on the Conway Regional Hospital Board and have been there since 2017. I also serve as the chairperson for the Arkansas Duck Derby. The Arkansas Duck Derby is a competitive duck hunting tournament that benefits the Conway Regional Foundation. We take local landowners who have donated their time and their land and pair them randomly with teams that have registered ahead of time. Those landowners and teams will get together and figure out where they're going to go and what time to meet up, and then they'll go hunt. When they're done hunting, they check back in, bring all their ducks back to Conway, and then we have random scoring. And then whoever scores the most points wins. The Duck Derby banquet is a banquet that takes place the night of the hunt. We'll have over 1,000 people there. We'll have live auction, silent auction, raffles. We'll have all sorts of things for people to do for men and women and children. We'll be giving away over $10,000 worth of guns, side by side. At the banquet, we will actually finish the scoring for our teams to see who won. So there'll be some live action there, to some suspense to see who won the Duck Derby and takes home the cash. Pretty much, it's a great time for anyone that wants to come, hunters and non-hunters alike. So the Duck Derby benefits the Conway Regional Foundation. Most of the proceeds going towards the Men's Health Initiative. And the Men's Health Initiative is exactly what it says. It's a program that provides for the needs of men that just don't go to the doctor. Men's health is really important to me because as a man, I've seen what happens when men don't take care of themselves. I've seen primary care patients come in to see me in my clinic, and they're too far gone. There's nothing we can do for them because they didn't do what they were supposed to. Statistically speaking, we know that women outlive men by about 4 or 5 years, but we also know that in a recent study, the average man was defined as living in poor health for the last 9 years of his life. That's why it's so important to have a primary care physician to take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the people around you. So the most important thing that I could tell a man to do is to find a doctor. That's step one in all healthcare, is to find a doctor and find a primary care physician that you trust. There are lots of them here in Conway. Find one that you get along with, that you can talk to, that you trust to take their advice, because that's the person that's going to find high blood pressure, to make sure that you're getting your screenings done, to make sure that you're up to date, to make sure that you're healthy. The Duck Derby is a great way for people to enjoy themselves, to have a great time, but it's also a great way to get involved in the community. We have cash sponsors. We have donation of items for our auctions and our raffles. We need landowners to donate land so that we can take more teams. The more teams we have, the more fun we have, the more money we raise. And all of these things pour back into the foundation, which pours back into our community. There are lots of needs that can be met. All you have to do is get in touch with the foundation, and we will find a place for you to get involved. So if you have any questions, just get on the website or go talk to the foundation. Once you've signed up, or even if you don't, be looking for more information, and the banquet's always going to be the first part of January. We hope to see you there.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than just exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
So for the fans who watched you over the years, who maybe don't know your story, take them kind of through how you got to want to play quarterback and then take over as starter at Conway. And obviously throwing left-handed is always something that's interesting. So I'm sure people would know about that as well.
Yeah, so I started playing football for the Optimist. It's not called Optimist anymore. It's the Rotary or whatever it is. But all the OGs, we know it as Optimist. So I started playing that in 4th grade. Played that 4th through 6th. Then I played in Optimist 4th through 6th grade. I played every position but quarterback. I mean, I was at guard, linebacker, receiver, everything but quarterback. Never really had that kick for it yet. And then in 7th grade, my first year actually playing quarterback at Ruth Oil for Coach Leffler. And I was 3rd string quarterback when I started at safety. So I still really liked defense and everything. And then my 8th grade year, where I really started playing quarterback with Coach Prince and Coach Joseph and all of them, and they trusted me. And then I just had fun with it at 8th and 9th grade. Going into 10th grade year, I didn't think I'd get to play, but, injury happened, got rushed into it, and then it all just kind of took off from there. It went by fast. So it's been great. And then going into college, it's, same stuff.
Which Optimist team did you play for?
The Steelers. We got beat by the Saints every year in the Super Bowl. So
hey, I'm a Saints alumni. I played for the Saints. But the Steelers, dude, when I played, the Steelers had this deep tackle, and I was the center. I was like, I don't know, 5'10", like 120 pounds.
Yeah.
And they had this D tackle, and no offense to the kid, but he had to be 280, 300 pounds. And every time I snapped it, he just pushed me over like I was just nothing. So that's a throwback Optimist. But so back to throwing it back to your time on the field with the Wampus Cats. Let's talk about that. What are some of the memories that come to mind, and maybe some of the games that come to mind that you really think about?
Yeah, I think definitely one of my favorite memories will always be my first ever career touchdown, my sophomore year. Our first game was against Fayetteville. I think Manny scored about 4 of those, but finally got in the end zone week 2 against Bentonville, and it was like a 60-yard run. And that was my first ever touchdown and like just core memory of high school football and everything. And that's me really believing that I can do this. And then over the years, some of the fun games. I mean, I remember playing Bryant was always fun, just the atmosphere and everything. Even though we never got on the good side of those, it was always just a great atmosphere and everything, especially for the storylines and everything. But I had a lot of fun games. I'd say there's not really one that I remember. I think it was just kind of just all of them. All of them were fun. Just not taking it for granted, going there and just playing with your boys.
Yeah. So I don't know how often this happens or if it happens at all, but like when you were at Conway, did you ever have any former players, reach out to you or talk to you? Like I know Giovanni Johnson, he would come and train, in the off season at Conway. Anything you ever encounter anybody or anything like that?
Yeah. I'm still pretty like me. I'm close with Giovanni and Bryce and Manny, and Boogie and all those guys. And I always saw them, but they would, I know Bryce and Giovanni would always be training together and stuff. So I'd go in there and we'd talk a lot. Still talk to Manny and everything. So we all stay in touch and everything and all. Like, we still have our 6 legs, like vets, Snapchat group chat that we all talk in, and just watching the games and everything. So we all stay pretty much in contact.
Join us now. David Grimes is here. We're going to announce the Wampus Cat Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. And David, we'll start off with Buzz Bolding.
Yeah, this is our 7th class. We're doing this 7 years now. It's hard to believe, but each year, of course, we introduce or induct 6 great Wampus Cats because there's 6 legs on a Wampus Cat. And the first one this year is Buzz Bolding. He was my coach, my football coach, actually. His first year here was my sophomore year. And, of course, he also was athletic director for 25 years, and he really made his mark for Conway there. That's when Conway was really growing. We added a lot of sports, especially for girls. Added softball and soccer. They had bowling and wrestling even. And, of course, he really did great with the facilities. It raised private money to build that first field house we had, and also his signature accomplishment, what's now known as Buzz Bolding Arena. He got that built, and it's a showpiece for the state.
Next up is Brittany Burns, and she's one of the best female athletes to ever come out of Conway, and she had a great run up at U of A.
She really did. She class of 95. She played basketball and volleyball and soccer. She won the Ruth Doyle Award in 1995 for best senior female athlete. She was all-state basketball and volleyball. And get this, there was no girls soccer team back then. So she played soccer with the boys and earned a scholarship to play soccer at the University of Arkansas, where she shined. These may be out of date, but she ranked 6th in Razorback history with 25 goals and all SEC tournament team 1996. Just a fabulous, fabulous athlete.
Third inductee is Otis Chandler.
Yeah, class of 1977, football and track guy, just a big, massive man. All-state football in 1976, also through the shot put for the Wampus Cats. He was outstanding nose guard, both in high school and college. He went and played at UCA and led it all 4 years. And as a senior in 1980, was named an All-American. So just a wonderful, wonderful athlete. Glad to have him honored this year.
Yeah, it's not too often the nose guard stands out as much, but Otis Chandler is one of my favorite Bears of all time. He was killer down low.
Yes, he was. Yep.
All right. Fourth inductee is Taylor Galt.
Yeah, Taylor Galt graduated from Conway in 2011. She was a basketball player, 3-time All-State, 5'8" forward, went on to play at UALR for Coach Joe Foley, and they had some wonderful successes there, maybe some of his best years. He was 3 times All-Sun Belt first team there for Joe. And in 2015, in the NCAA tournament as a senior, she led the Trojans to upset Texas A&M in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. And they almost won the second round. If I remember, there's some questionable officiating at the end, but ULR almost got them. But Taylor was just a phenomenal, phenomenal basketball player.
Yeah, she's one of the original Lady Cat phenoms from back in the day.
Yep.
All right, next up, Johnny Simmons.
Johnny Simmons, way back, class of 1960, football and track. Really fast guy, halfback, playing football. But on the tracks where he really excelled as a sophomore, he helped the Cats win the Class 2A state track meet in 1958. He was part of some relay teams, 440, 880, and mile. And as a senior in 1960, they did it again, Class 2A state champs, and he won those relays again. He won the 220-yard dash at the meet of champs, and then he went on to UCA. He was all AIC in both track and football, and later was an assistant coach at Conway High.
Yeah, this is one of the guys that my dad would say, you never seen anybody as fast as Johnny Simmons.
Yeah.
And your last inductee for 2025, Jim Turner.
Jim Turner, a classmate of Johnny Simmons, actually a year older, graduated in 1961, but they were together on that 1960 Class 2A state track championship. There were 2 of the 4 men on all those relay teams. We need to find those other 2 guys as well. But they helped Conway win the Class 2A state championship in 1960. He was a football player, Jimmy the Jet. He was fast too. And he also went on to UCA and played football, lettering all 4 years.
Yeah, one of the legends in Wampus Cat lore.
Yep.
And David, of course, we have a team each year as well.
That's right. We've done 3 previously, the 1964 state champion footballers, 1967 state champion football team, and of course that 1976 overall boys state championship that went undefeated. But this year we're going to turn to the ladies. Back in the late 1980s, J.R. Ross was the head coach of the track and field program, and they had quite a run. They went back to back to back to back 4 times in a row. Class 4A state champions, 1986, 87, 88, and 89. So we're going to honor them as a group this year, and think that's going to be really special to have all those teammates back together.
That's pretty cool. That's a string of dominance right there.
Yes, it is.
David, how can folks get involved? I know we have the banquet at some point, but how can people get involved if they want to, vote on these things?
Sure. Well, there's a couple of different ways. We do like the people to participate and help us out because it's an easy task picking six because there's so many great Wampus cats, but that also makes it very hard because there's so many great Wampus cats out there to pick from. So you can help us out by joining the Booster Club, and you get a vote. And each year you vote, and the top vote getter from the Booster Club is automatically the first inductee. So that kind of helps us out with one of the picks right there.
All right, David, thanks for your time.
You bet, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium, and got to hear the announcement of the 2025 Wampus Cat Sports Hall of Fame. Also got to hear part of the interview Mason Choate had with Donovan Amalo and the Where Are They Now. If you want to see that full video, you can go to our YouTube, Conway Corp Channel 5 on YouTube, or you go to conwaycorp.com/WC2Go. All of our Where Are They Now videos are available there. I think the full Donovan interview is like 13 minutes, so you just got a glimpse of that conversation between Mason and Donovan.
Well, he had 3 special years as a Wampus Cat. Really, put up some numbers.
Yeah.
Here.
He
thrived under Mark Kelly.
Unparalleled, yes,
Yep.
as a QB here at Conway. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the first half stats. And pretty evenly matched game. It's 21-21 here at halftime, and both teams doing it a little differently.
Yeah, and for me, and then maybe it's just because I'm such a homer with the Wampus Cats, but I feel fortunate to be tied up. It seems like every time we turned around, they were busting a big play. They got a lot of momentum, and we had to snap it back. We had some success early. Didn't have a whole lot of success late, and there are definitely some things that we had to fix at halftime, and I know that they probably would like to have about a 3-hour halftime to get things going. Now, what the good news is, we get the ball to start second.
Jeff Regan, we talked about him in the pregame. He's the cog that starts everything off for this Rogers offense. 9 of 18 in the first half for 146 and 2 touchdowns. Did have the 1 interception that was just kind of a freak play that happened, and Jacoby Wade took advantage of that. But Regan also rushed 12 times in the first half for 124 yards and a touchdown.
One huge run of probably, about 70 or so that got it down to the 2-yard line, and he's just dynamic. He made us look bad on a couple of plays, and so early on we had him kind of measured out, but boy, he all he needs is a little seam.
And it's kind of a similar story for us. It looks good, that 120-yard rushing number there for us, but really 75 of it came on one play from Grayson Wilson. So a little misleading there. Yeah,
and so if you want to talk about, so it's an even game. That's pretty close. They have about 64 more yards than we do total. It feels like it's a whole lot more, but there's some things we definitely need to do. We've got to clean up our schemes on the offensive line. They are really getting the edge on us. Then we need to get so that protection. If we get that, then I think it frees up some of the mid-range to long-range balls we're trying to throw. We're trying to do that, and then because rushing the ball up the middle has not been a real positive move for us. Defensively, you got to figure out number 1, Regan, and you've got to put a hat on 14.
Giving you some scoring updates from the rest of the 7A. Of course, this is the quarterfinals round of the state playoffs. Over at Bryant, the 1 seed out of the Central, they have taken care of Cabot handedly in that game. It's 45-0 in the third quarter, so it'll be a short third quarter over there. Up at Bentonville, the Tigers playing host to the Bentonville West Wolverines. It's 2014. They just started the third quarter. And I think the last check I had on the Pulaski Academy and Fayetteville score, Pulaski Academy had the lead 18-17. Wow. So Interesting game going on over there. Interesting game happening right here. Interesting game at Bentonville. The only non-interesting game happening over in Saline County.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, Rogers was just one play. They finished in a wild frenzy against Fayetteville, and they had one of those last second plays, and I think it was Regan that had it, and he got tackled at about the 6 or 7 yard line with no time remaining. Or else they beat Fayetteville, and they're the number 2 seed. So, I mean, say what you want to about the old Rogers. I get that piece of it. These guys are very good.
Well, here we go, Tim Roach. How do you win the second half? That's what we got to win now.
Yeah, we've got to be better on the offensive line. We've got to protect Grayson a little bit better. We need to complete some vertical throws, not just try them. We need to start completing those, and then defensively, we've got to figure out how to keep them in front of us and not get behind us in terms of the Regan runs.
Third quarter about to get underway here at John McConnell Stadium in the 7A quarterfinals. If Rogers wins,
they go to Bentonville, right?
They go to Bentonville, unless Bentonville West wins, and then they would host Bentonville West.
Fair.
Nobody wants that. Yeah. Maybe Rogers fans do, but not me. Second half is underway. They kick it to Trez Hammond. Trez, let's get something going here. Trez finds a seam. Trez Hammond past the 35. Nice return to start the second half here from Trez Hammond. We got a Wampus Cat slow to get up.
Yeah, that's no good. There was a real collision right at that spot. I don't know who it is. Tough to say.
I don't think it was Major. I see Major over here. I think I see Major. Oh, maybe that's 8. No, I see 9 over here.
It's not Tanner Harris. I see him down here. What about there's Carter Crow. Don't know. It's hard to say. Lots of coaches and trainers around, and Dr. Dave Naylor's out there.
Coach Buck James making his way out as well.
There was a big collision right there at about the 35-yard line, and this is actually, I mean, at some point in time, they'll figure out what they need to do in the NFL and get it kind of straightened out, and I think you'll see kickoffs become kind of what they do there, because this is the most dangerous spot of a football game. Or the kickoffs. You know what I mean?
You're preaching to the choir here. I broke my leg on a kickoff return.
Well, there you go. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here we go. Here's Trez. Good hard run right up the gut.
It's Trey Dietz.
Trey Dietz. And he's up. He's with assistance though. Looked like he was blocking down there and took a shot right on the leg. So he's coming off with the help of our guys. Good to see him walking out now. He's getting a little bit more weight on it, so that's good to see. Trey, one of the younger guys. He is, I believe he's a sophomore. Is that correct? No, he's a junior. I'm sorry, he's a junior. Good special teams player. And he's walking pretty well now. That's good to see. Jacob's got him.
It will be 1st and 10 from your Conway offense from the 37. We need a nice drive here.
They got man coverage on McCray. If we could get it out and long, that'd be great.
First down, it'll be a run. Trey Harris looked like nothing, and then he bounced it out.
Made a good wiggle right about the line of scrimmage to kind of eke something out there.
2nd and 7. Get it out to Max Owen here in the flats. Max racing for the first down. And he's got it.
Yeah, great job by Max to turn up field. He saw the marker and just ran for the stakes. That's an excellent job.
First down from the 47. Grayson looking over the middle. Great pass to Carter Crow. Carter Crow breaks out of the tackle. He'll be down to the 30.
I was thinking just go ahead and get down because you got the first down, and he wanted more. Nice. They rushed 3 that time, gave Grayson just a little bit more time to throw, and he found Carter right in the middle of the zone. Expect him to blitz again here pretty soon.
1st and 10 now from the 29. Grayson giving some instructions to Trey. Give it to him. Trey makes a cut. Man, it looked like a lot of space over there, and it just closed up so fast.
Yeah, that was you saw, to your point, you saw the gap there, and man, he closed it down, and that's the safety coming up, making a play at the line of scrimmage. Need to be effective running the ball. Here they come.
2nd and 10.
They historically, and now they're changing out of it a little bit, but historically, if they look like they're coming, they come in. They don't mess around. They are.
Over the middle, Max Owen. Max went up, did a good job of getting that ball, pulling
Holding
it down.
on. Yeah.
3rd and about 4 upcoming.
They brought everybody there. Good job by Max to go up and high point the ball. Grayson saw it coming. Good read by him. 4 down territory. Coming off the edge.
Give to Trey. Trey bursting up the middle. First
Nice.
down, Trey Harris.
Good hard run. Did not mess around. Lowered his head down and just took what they gave him. Good hard run by Trey. Cam Blackman back in. So you got Kordsmeyer and Blackman up top. McCray and Max Owen down low. Trey Harris in the backfield.
Wilson gives it to Trey. Trey bounces it out. Trey Harris inside the 5. Goes out of bounds. Oh, they're going to mark him at the 6. I thought he got more than that.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell from my angle where he stepped out. That's where they're marking. It is 1st and goal, though. Great run. Boy, patient run. Got behind Kingston Jackson. Watch this. Got behind Kingston. Boom, good move right there. Could not tell where he got out.
They bring in the bigs. Is that Will Moore?
No, that is.
Is it Amari?
I thought that was Amari. Could be Will Moore.
That's Will Moore.
Yeah, Will Moore. Boy.
Gets it down to the 2. Give it to Will again. Stop just shy.
Snap was bad and fumbled and caused the timing to go off. Now you're 3rd and goal. You lost a little bit there.
Got Griffin Sherrod in there. And Juju Jones. Grayson Wilson keeps it. Grayson. 2nd rushing touchdown tonight, and your Wampus Cats take back the lead.
Nice. Boy, what a great run by Grayson. Kind of fooled him a little bit, got off the edge. Yep, good move. Cut back.
Jeff Matthews on the replay.
Jeff Matthews running replay right now. Nice. There you go, Jeff. Hopefully you're working that next Friday night.
What has he not done?
I know.
This broadcast season. Goodness.
Good kick.
8:59 to play. Wampus Cats take the opening drive of the 2nd half. Down for 7. 28-21. Conway on top of Rogers here in the 7A quarterfinals.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
All right, Tim Roach, first look at your offense. It's what you wanted to see. Let's see how our defense performs.
Right, they protected Grayson just enough to be able to do it. We got a couple of good plays out of that. Carter Crow with a huge play down the middle of the field. You had a couple of good runs by Trey and a great touchdown run by Grayson.
Major Mahar, the angled kick, taking about the 18. Trying to string it out. That's what they want. Carter Crow and Noah Files and everybody else catching up and slowing down Cam Cunningham.
Yeah, Noah Files has been great on special teams his entire career. This year, Carter Crow has done a fantastic job in kick coverage. Lots of tackles for Carter Crow. Had a big play on the offensive side and then makes it happen on special teams. Nice. All right, defense. Your offense got you the lead. We're gonna start in a 4-man front.
Regan gets it out quickly on the slant. Jacoby Wade making the tackle. Gain of about 15. Still pushing forward. Man, it's going to be about 18 after that.
Yeah, he got in that rugby position and just kind of continued to move. Was that Lindsey?
No, I think it was Daniel.
Yeah, Lindsey in there pushing. That's what he was doing.
Oh, he was pushing, yeah.
All right. That's a big play there. We need to get on Regan. He's about to do his thing here. I think I heard somebody say, watch out for number 1.
Watch out for number 1.
On the field mic.
They've been watching Tim Roach.
Yeah.
First down. Regan keeps it. Found a big seam right in the middle. And another first down for Rogers.
Yeah, boy, I mean, we didn't really even get a hand on him till he got into the second level. Just a read option by the quarterback. That's a simple play, and he makes it look real easy when he gets beyond the line of scrimmage. He's troubled. Need to get a spy, get a hat on him.
He'll keep it again. Oh, ball came out. Conway jumps on it. Second takeaway of the night for your Wampus Cats.
That's the play you're looking for right there if you're the defense. He got free again. And a big hit.
Trez Hammond popped it out.
And JP.
Man.
Good teamwork there.
That's the kind of plays you need.
You got to be able to do that.
Against an offense like this. I mean, they were just chunk play after chunk play. And your Wampus Cats decide, I'm just going to take it away.
Good stop by your defense there. They were moving the ball. They catch the break. Now can you take advantage of it?
With a 7-point lead, Wampus Cats a chance to extend here in the third quarter.
Take a look at their defense. We're doing a little bit more of this, kind of seeing what their blitz package might be looking like, and then calling the play at line of scrimmage.
Give it to Trey. Trey working the far side edge. Trey Harris makes another move. Gets away. Trey Harris will not be caught. Touchdown, Conway.
That's the way you take advantage of it, Trey. What a great move at the outside spot. Went right up the boundary, broke 3 tackles. Made it happen. What a play. Watch this. 1, 2, and then outruns the defensive lineman. That's no chance. Wow.
Play of the game so far goes to Trey Harris, his second touchdown of the night. And your Wampus Cats on a 21-point unanswered run. 14 straight points here in the third quarter. 35-21, Conway on top. 7:24 to play here in quarter number 3. Back in 30 seconds on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Man, oh man, Tim Roach, how quickly momentum has shifted here in the third quarter. 14 straight points. in not even 5 minutes of game time for your Wampus Cats.
It's funny how momentum works the angles. I mean, you can make a big play. They're working the offense. You make one big play where you get a strip and recover a fumble. The next play, taking it to the house.
Cunningham takes this one past the 20. McJoy made first contact. Got another scrum going on. This one going to be past the 40, so better starting.
Came out, by the way. It looked to me like, and by the way, I know there's no chance we get this ball here, but if the scrum is alive and the ball comes out, it's and we get it, it's ours. But there's no way you can. There were 30 people, and you're only supposed to have 22 out there. There were 30 people out there. All right, defense. So they were moving the ball. Let's make no mistake about it, okay? They were moving the ball, and you got the break. That's great. That's what you want to do defensively. But you've got to make them get behind the sticks and none of these chunk plays.
Well, Rogers really for the first time in quite a while playing with some pressure on their shoulders. Regan keeps it. Nowhere to go. They read him that time. Justice Hills. Our senior spotlight.
Well, that's what we did. That looked like the play against like a PA where you really kept it in front of you. You bottled him up. His only option was to try to get what he could out of it, and he got nothing. Justice Hills. Good job, 90.
So no gain. It's 2nd and 10.
Back up, Tice. There we go. Back up, Sherrod.
Regan hands it off. They turned him around. Looked like there was nowhere to go for Harrell. And he's going to turn it into a first down.
Man, we had him there. That's just a great individual effort by 15. But, wow, we had him at the line of scrimmage. Got to wrap up. These guys are tough. Now, you want to make them work for it. You don't want to give up anything big. I get that, but you also want to make good, clean tackles at the line of scrimmage when you get a chance. Got to be very aware of number 1-4 here.
Regan looking for Lindsey. He's got him. No pressure. Just uncontested. Second time Lindsey and Regan have hooked up tonight.
He bit on the inside, just a quick wiggle, did Tyson. It was over with at that point. And their man coverage, no help from the safety coming. I don't know if it was a blown safety move or if Tice felt like he had backside help, but he didn't, and it was clean sailing to the end zone.
Quick strike.
Wow.
Rogers does it again, closes it back to 7. 5:53 to go here in the third quarter. Conway up 35-28. Back in 30 seconds here on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
Well, you did say it. To be fair, you literally said it.
No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be right there. But the thing about it is that there was either something there. It was either he felt like he had backside help and he didn't have it, or he made a bad read on the route. I mean, because it was just almost a fly pattern. It was just a little bit of a wiggle, and he was by about 5 yards. An easy pitch and catch. They're offsides.
Line drive kick. Cam Blackman takes it in. Cam bringing it back near side. Breaks out of another tackle. Breaks out of another tackle. Cam Blackman takes it past the 40. Great job, Cam.
Yeah, boy. I mean, just with no room to work there on the boundary, just stepping and dodging and weaving, and came out of his shoe.
Jacoby Wade, yeah.
Good return. That's a good return. Now, they had the momentum. I mean, that huge play. we looked for all the world like we were really kind of getting to groove there defensively, and then they just busted another big play. They do that.
Trey Harris will start this possession in the backfield. They'll give it to Trey. Trey, a little hesitation, getting right behind Kingston.
So that was the boogie. That's a boogie car play there where you hesitate. And that's a great call, by the way, by Mark Kelly. They were not bringing the blitz there. They haven't brought the blitz on first down in a little bit. And so, yeah, you have no backside pressure. Just pick it apart.
Go right back to it. No hesitation this time. Trey Harris does it again! Trey Harris! Oh! Down inside the 10. First and goal upcoming. I thought he had enough space.
Yeah, he had the angle. He just couldn't get it all the way. What a run. Wow, got it at the 8? Okay. Or at the 7? Okay. Yeah.
There's no way.
Right. That's about right. Yeah.
No, I disagree.
Right. they got it right, man.
Amari Davis comes in. They pitch it to Cam Blackman. Cam tried to make his move, but not much going there.
Yeah, not there. Boy, you really got to get 7 here. You really need to get 7. Field goals really don't do you a whole lot of good. You want to push this in because you know they're going to come down and score again eventually. So you don't want to give them any breathing room here. Amari Davis in now. Coming off the edge.
Play clock down to 10.
Get a new play in. They're watching the defense set up.
Give it to Amari. Amari. Second effort. Amari Davis. Touchdown.
You bet. You bet, Amari. That's the way you run that thing. Contact right at the line of scrimmage. Contact at the second level. And he went in standing. Watch this. Right there. Right there. Now, none for you.
We've seen that so much from Amari this year. That second effort.
Again, another great play call by Mark Kelly. They're watching how the defense is lining up. He saw them coming blitzing off the edges, which means you're unloaded in the middle of the field. Easy. Nice. Real nice.
Extra point is good. Conway extends it back to 14. An eventful third quarter here at John McConnell Stadium. 42-28, Conway on top. Back in 30 seconds on Conway Corp.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Live in the 7A quarterfinals. Man, Conway, how many points is that now? 21 points here in the third quarter?
You're talking about just Conway?
Yeah, 21, just Conway, yeah.
21, and so 28 points total by both teams.
Well, the games we've seen Rogers play, it's basically been shootouts. I mean, the close games anyway.
The close games, yeah. I mean, and when they're not close games, they've been blowing out people. So, yeah, this offense is tough, man.
Cunningham again on the return. Tried near side this time.
Who's that? Whit Williams? Whit. Nice, Whit Williams. Good, solid tackle there. You got to like it when he stops his momentum trying to figure out where he wants to go, and you get absolutely slobber knocked right there at the 27. Whit Williams with a good play there.
Williams, a junior, backup linebacker. It's his 16th tackle on the year.
Good look at Justice there. Cam Sims, number 45, good young defensive end. Again, we're down Major James. We don't have him for the rest of the season, so we'll pick up the slack here for your fallen teammate.
Well, it didn't take long for Rogers to score the last time they had the ball. Regan making a decision here again, gets away from Cam Sims. Elijah Washington, goodness gracious, finally hit out of bounds. by Sims.
He just got great ball skills. I mean, he makes everybody miss. You think a 5'7" guy just wouldn't be able to really do that, because we've got some fast guys, some guys that can really tackle. We had him bottled up, and man, he gave us the slip. Big play.
Tune of 8 yards.
Yeah, that's a big play. 2nd and 2. That's what you want if you're the offense, not what you want if you're the Wampus Cat defense.
He's up over 160 yards rushing now.
Trying to find 14. Is he even out there yet?
Is he out there on the far side?
Far side, yeah. He's out on the edge. Got Trez.
The handoff to Harrell. Harrell forced to change directions. They're going to give him about a yard.
Actually, they still had Tice out there on Lindsey. You'd almost got to guess. I mean, that chances are they picked this up here on 3rd down. But if they don't, I almost think they're going to go for it here. I mean, this short. But this is pretty easy for them.
Regan keeps it. So much open space here on the near side. They will catch him. Gets it down to the 13.
This guy's unbelievable.
Wow. Conway fans distressed.
Yeah, well, good block. Just got to the edge very quickly. This guy's got to get tired at some point, right?
I don't know. He went for over 200.
He's 208 now.
Yeah, 2nd game this year that he's gone over 200. Well, 3rd game, because he had a game that he went over 300. I don't even know why you would hand it to Harrell.
I mean, it's just to give him a break because he's tired. He just ran a ton.
Fair enough.
Good pickup there. Boy, they gave him a good spot there. Got all the way down to the 10.
Everybody's a little tired right now. It looks like everything's slowed down.
Yeah. All right. So you got to be fearful of the jump pass here, or the option to run towards the line of scrimmage and throw it. You got a couple of receivers in the spot. Williams is playing tight end, or Lindsey is playing tight end right now, left edge.
It's empty for Regan. Throws it into the end zone. Incomplete.
Good play that time. Who was that?
Trayvon Logan.
Got a couple of whistles out here. Is there a flag down? Looking for a flag. It looks like they've got their discussions on a flag.
I didn't see it.
There's a flag somewhere. Ineligible downfield. So he waited too long to get rid of it, and his lineman on a timing route.
That's part of the danger with what he does.
And we declined. They're in 4-down territory anyway. Actually, I think that's good. I mean, I'm not going to second guess Buck James ever, but I think that's probably the right call. All right, so that was the play I was worried about. Now you got Lindsey in the backfield with him, going in motion.
Over the middle.
Good
Trayvon
tackle.
Logan comes in, makes the tackle. I think that's going to be enough for a 1st down, though, so it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they got exactly what they needed, was right on the line to gain.
Closing in on the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 3. They'll bring Burke back in. Burke's got a touchdown tonight.
They're right at 10 seconds on the play clock. Got to watch him on the wide side over here.
Ooh. Regan throwing into the end zone on the slant. It's incomplete. R.J. Chapman almost got a hand on it.
I thought he had that. I mean, I don't know if we have that on a replay, if we could rack that back up. But, boy, for a second there, I thought R.J. was going to – it looked like it went right through his hands. It did.
Well, I don't think the receiver could even see it.
Yeah.
Which was good. I think that's why he didn't catch it.
Yeah. Close. Thanks for that replay, Jeff.
2nd and goal from the 3. Regan takes off. Regan scores again. 2nd touchdown on the ground tonight for Regan.
Yeah, it's just kind of a waiting game there. See if it opens up for the pass or the run, and then he chose the right option and basically walked into the end zone. That's a hold.
The hold right there, on Washington.
Joseph saying, "What's up?" Big time hold there. Got away with it. You get holding pretty much on every play, but that one looked like it mattered a little bit, so it's unfortunate.
In the third quarter up in Fayetteville, Pulaski Academy up 18-17 on Fayetteville.
Yeah, it's become a defensive struggle up there. All right.
7-point game again here in the third quarter. Back after another break on Conway Corp.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp, always on.
Live tonight at John McConnell Stadium. What seems like it may be the last time. Of course, we got to win this game tonight, which has not been determined by any means.
No.
It's a close game up in Bentonville between West and the Bentonville Tigers.
You got to be careful of the shenanigans here, by the way. Rogers is known for shenanigans.
You see any onside kicks in any of the film you watched?
Yeah, absolutely. They've got all kinds of things that they can do, and you don't want them to get where they're trying to tie the ball game here right as we get to the third quarter. No shenanigans.
Now kick it to Trez. It's always a dangerous move, in my opinion. But no damage done here. Trez gets it to about a little past the 25.
Yeah, okay. They've got a great kicker, by the way. He can kick it in an end zone when he wants to, so this is just him kicking it into a spot where we have to return it. All right.
1:44 to play here in the third quarter. And Conway with a 7-point lead. They got that one turnover here in the second half and allowed them to extend it to a 14-point lead. And so now it's just they've been just trading punches.
We've scored 21 points in the third quarter, and we've only extended the lead by 7. It's ridiculous.
Start this drive with a handoff.
Good play.
Amari Davis gets about 7 or 8.
He's the right kind of player for that kind of defense. They've got Lindsey in the ball game playing defense now. He's number 14 off the edge again. One of their best player by far. Well, not best by far, but because you got Regan out there. But in totality, their best player.
He's got 9 sacks on the year as a two-way player. Grayson going deep for Blake. Blake comes back, makes the catch, jumps over the defender. That's what he did back in the first quarter as well.
Wow, I mean, that and make no mistake about it, great job by your offensive line giving him time. This is just a great throw as well. Wow, way to go. That's a great connection. Those guys have hooked up quite a bit this year.
1st and 10, down to the 33. Give it to Amari.
That's not the direction. Sorry.
Could have been worse. Amari only a loss of 2. As Hunter Dickey just.
Yeah. Phantom jumped into that one real quick. Yeah, that's not what you wanted to do there. You want Amari really going north and south.
They get him to jump.
Get that 5 back. Well, get
that 2 back plus 3.
Plus 3. That's good math, Levi.
Thank you. I was a BS in college.
How's that? Okay.
Bachelor of Science. I took a few math classes.
Math tech?
It was either 2 math classes or 3 foreign arts or foreign languages classes.
When they started putting alphas in with the numerics, I quit.
I didn't like it. I mean, if you want to talk about that stuff, talk to David.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
2nd and 7. Give it to Amari again. Amari made the right hesitation, the right juke, and he's going to pick up about 3 more. 3rd and short. Upcoming.
It does make it 3rd and manageable. Makes it 3rd and 4. 4 down territory absolutely here. So the question is, do you just try to get another couple here and make it even more manageable, or do you attempt the throw? I would say, if it were me, I would run it. Yeah.
Well, Mark Kelly's going to see what they give him.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the fourth quarter before we do anything.
All right, 21 points scored by your Wampus Cats here in the third. They outscore Rogers 21-14. Take a 7-point lead into the final 12 minutes. We'll have it for you next here on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for more than 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway.
Our award-winning team, led by board-certified interventional cardiologists and emergency physicians, delivers one of the state's best door-to-balloon times for emergency heart care when you need it most.
So when you are facing a heart emergency, trust the care you will find down the hallway, not down the highway.
You're stressing out, Tim.
It's a huge play right here. I mean, listen, you need to be up 14 at all times against these guys.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, so, yeah, you got 2 plays, but, man, I'd like to have this done on this play and get the sticks moving in. I mean, I don't know that I necessarily want a touchdown. I'd love a touchdown. But I would take a first down. So depending on what they lined up some different kinds of angles here on these third down and mid-range. We've had several of those tonight. This is the point at which you can we're going to go up. Basically, we've got 4 out wide right. Trey is lining up now in the wide receiver spot. Might be a good middle route.
Pressure coming. They flip it to Cam Blackman. He almost lost it. Gets away from 1 tackle. Basically no gain. But it could have been so much worse.
I mean, I actually kind of like the play call there. I mean, I'd like to be going forward more than going backwards. But, wow, I mean, this was tough. All right, 4th and 4. Huge play. I didn't want it to come to this.
Yeah, you just said that.
How about Max Owen on an out route? Tried to get him to jump. Okay. Look at the defense over. Still got 10 seconds on the play clock.
Fourth down. Here we go. Pressure coming. Got it to McCray. Through the contact. Still made the catch. First down, Conway.
I agree with Stats. Got there early, didn't he? Yeah, we got there early. No call, but a great concentration by Alex McCray. Yeah, he got there early, but he still made the catch. Nicely done. 4th down and 4. Wow.
1st and 10 from the 17 now. Fake it to Trey. Get it out to Cam Blackman. Cam gets it down close to the 10.
That's a good play right there. That gets down to a 2nd and 1.
Which is crazy because it looked like it was going backwards.
Yeah. Wow, they marked it back at the 11. Yeah.
Second and short.
Yeah. This is Trey Harris time. They're going to look it over again. 16 seconds left.
Cam in motion. We'll give it to Trey. Trey working that right side. I think he's got enough.
Be close, but I do think he has it. They're going to move the chains.
All right,
nicely done, Trey.
1st and goal upcoming.
Yeah, got right down to the 8-yard line. He only needed to get to the 9.
PA just kicked an extra point, believe it or not.
What? 24.
And that was to take a 25-24 lead at Fayetteville. Goodness gracious.
That is crazy. How much time's left?
5:09 in the 3rd quarter, so
right.
a lot of time.
left. Oh,
Grayson keeps it. Great read from Grayson. 3rd rushing touchdown tonight. And a late hit. No call. What a return for Grayson Wilson.
Yeah, so you're going to go talk to the guy. You're not going to call it. Great play call here. Great play call. Come on.
You're right there. Make
Come
the
on.
call.
I mean, it's the quarterback, by the way. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Well, we're keeping up our 2-score pace here.
Yeah, that's the good news, but I don't like them throwing my quarterback around after the play deep in the end zone. I mean, it wasn't like it was at the goal line. He was at the back line.
Extra point is good. 49-35. Conway extends the lead to 14 yet again. 9:35 to play here in the fourth quarter. This is Conway Wampus Cat football on Conway Corp.
Thank you for your business.
Back live at John McConnell Stadium, and I'm still
a little miffed.
I'm still feeling a little aggressive.
Watch
Go
this.
look at
It's
it
a
here.
great play call, by the way. Just super play call.
So
5.
contact in the end zone, push past the letters.
Right in front of the official. And he walks over and talks to 5. Says, hey, let's don't do that again.
Hey, you shouldn't have done that.
hey, easy there, Chief.
Okay. All right. I'm
All
not
right.
going to talk about it again.
Okay, here we go.
Cunningham again. Gets it past the 35.
A little bit of a late block as well. Yeah, that's a good run for them. It's pop kick. But, all right, so Stats was saying this. Stats becoming quite the color guy over here with me. This is the time for a stop. I mean, of all the times we've needed one, this is it.
Well, listen, we're due. We got one in the second quarter. We got one in the third quarter. It's
Need one
time.
here. Yeah,
it's
we
time
need
for
one
our fourth quarter takeaway.
9:28 left, man. There's a whole bunch of time given the scoring in this ball game.
Regan hands it off. Gain of about 3 on first down. I believe that was Harrell.
They got a good spot to the 40. So pick up a 4. Wow.
Bring Eikenberry out here on the near side.
Empty set.
Regan goes one way, reverses it the other way. Cam Sims right there, and he just had to throw it out of bounds.
They got away with a little bit of a hold there, but that's okay. I mean, it's got to be real blatant there. Good play, good patient rush on the edge. Did you see that? You waited him out, got him to the decision point, and then flushed him. That was nice. Nicely done on the edge out there.
I'm impressed with Caleb Kearns sprinting to the sideline there. I mean, you got to get out of there fast.
All right. So we need 3 guys over here. Here we go. Putting Trez on the outside edge.
Third down,
14.
Regan looking over the middle, finds Lindsey. Who else would it be? And a third down conversion for the Mounties.
Yeah, we got to figure out something there. I don't know, and I don't know what the answer is really. I mean, he just made a really good cut and got in front of Noah. Good solid tackle. I think we got a Rogers guy down. Oh, that's Lindsey.
Oh, it is. Timeout on the field. We'll take it too. Back in 30 here on Conway Corp.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers and exceptional team of nurses to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium, it was Lindsey. He just got up about, 20 seconds ago. Walked off.
Gingerly. Looked like an ankle issue.
1st and 10. They'll give it to Cunningham. Little hesitation move from him, and he gets it down inside the 40. Cunningham, a senior.
It's way too much on 1st down, that's for sure. That's a gain of 7 right up the gut. And again, they're very patient right there. I mean, it was just he got behind his blockers, a little bitty guy, and he's found just enough room and wiggle to get some positive yardage.
2nd down and 3. Fake it to Cunningham. Regan keeps it. Looked like he had a lane to the 1st down, but then he bounced it out. I think he's short.
He is, and that was actually a really good job on our outside edge. I think that was Sherrod out there, Trez was out there, Logan was out there. Is it 4th down or 3rd down? It's 3rd down?
3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down. Okay.
Oh, so only gained 1 yard.
Mm-hmm. He'll get it again here.
I think Lindsey's back in. He looks for Lindsey. Big hit. But Trez Hammond made the catch and got the 1st down, but
wow,
made it tough for him.
And got there just a step too late.
Well, you can tell he's not
not
right.
Yeah, no, he's the push off is the wiggle after the catch may be a little bit suspect.
Low snap to Regan, looking for Lindsey. Placed it perfectly between both defenders. They ended up hitting each other, and Lindsey. Well,
defensive pass interference on Trez. Unless he ran out of bounds. I don't think he did. I think it was a defensive pass interference.
What the official is signaling. They're talking about it.
I think they're trying to talk about what the play call is. It's holding. So I think do they get this on the kickoff? Pass interference. They're going to take that on the So they move the ball up. So shenanigans are now in play. I thought it was holding. But doesn't matter. It's a 5-yard difference.
So 7-12 to play here in the 4th quarter. Rogers cuts it to 7. Penalty will be assessed, so it's going to be a short kick.
Well, if they kick it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Let's just keep it here, Tim Roach. So where will that move the ball to?
So they normally kick it from the 40, so it'll be at our 45 if it's a 15-yard penalty. So they will definitely onside kick it. There's no need not to. You want to get to the point where you have the ball with a chance to tie. Their defense has struggled to stop us in the 2nd half. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they have. Have we punted in the 2nd half?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So, yeah. So a double move by Lindsey. I mean, the guy's what a gamer. I mean, he's a great player. There's no doubt. And even with tweaking an ankle, he was able to make that play happen. We tried to jump the route, and he flew right on by, but we grabbed as we went.
Well, the hands team definitely out there. This is the Pulaski Academy kickoff return team.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. They just call it PA now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Count it up. We're 11 on 11. That's legal.
Onside kick is there.
Oh, we got it.
Conway got it, man.
Woo. It flipped through several people, but Cam Blackman with recovery. Wow.
Yeah, he just fell on it.
Yeah. Good job by Cam. That went through too many people.
It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable for me. All right. So no harm but a foul that was applied on the kickoff. Offense has got to respond. I mean, our defense, unfortunately, is putting us in a position of responding every time. Still 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. Wow. Yeah, stats. A 6-minute drive for a touchdown is perfect.
Max Owen in motion. Give it to Trey. Trey's going to get about 2.
Yeah, they didn't give him much there. I thought they'd give him the 35, but they didn't. They backed it all the way up to the 34. He was on top of him, but he didn't get any kind of gracious mark. He brought in Max there in motion. He lined up in the H at the snap, and he blocked number 30, which is Hunter Dickey, one of their best defensive players. Tall, rangy guy, real fast off the edge.
Second down, busted play. Grayson had to keep it himself. Took a big hit, no gain. Man.
That is not. Trey went one way, Grayson went the other. Big play, obviously, right here.
Go past the 6-minute mark. Offsides on Rogers. It's going to make things a little bit easier.
Really good use of a play, of a decision by Mark Kelly to go hard count.
Whew, that was big.
Take advantage of his aggressive nature. He's fast to the edge.
Dickey, 11.5 sacks on the year.
They are loaded up in the box. They believe the rush is coming. I mean, they've got 10 guys within 3 yards of the ball at the moment. Now they're backing just one guy out there. Let the play clock run down a bit here.
It's 3rd down and 2. Option, they pitch it to Trey. Trey's got the first down.
Nice.
Man.
That's a great play call. Great play call. Got Trey in space. Took advantage of their real hard rush up the edge. Watch this. 47. Yep. Too bad. Kind of with the hard count, you took advantage of their real aggressive nature from Dickey, and then on that play there, you took advantage of the real quick close in by their defensive end, and 2 good plays there. Good call. All right, no time going to run off the clock. We went out of bounds.
Give it to Will Moore.
Oh, good move.
Will makes 2 cuts.
Dickey.
Big hit.
I mean,
gain of just 1.
That's Lindsey. Wow. This guy can just play. Oh, man. No gain. All right. I thought for a second Will had a little bit of a gap there, but no. They closed it pretty quick. We're going to run some clock. Slow it down a bit. Boy, they are stacked in the line of scrimmage. And I throw into Alex McCray here. Timeout.
Conway going to take a timeout. We'll take it too. 4:43 to play here in the game. We'll be back after this break on Conway Corp.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp, always on.
All right, Tim Roach, 2nd and 10. 4:42 on the clock. What are you dialing up here? Channel your inner Mark Kelly.
Well, I think, I would love to see who they put out there. So they're putting Amari out there. So that tells me that they probably have a run called. What they're gonna huddle. Here we go. Quick. Now go hard. Nope.
Pitch to Cam. A lot of space here on the near side. Cam Blackman escapes past the 30, past the 20. Dragged down inside the 10. That's what you call.
Boy, what a great space there. Watch this. Good block out there. Got him a spot to go. Pulled him down by his jersey. We're wanting to go. Grayson's wanting to go quickly.
No, Grayson. We're gonna slow it down, bud.
We're gonna slow it down just a bit. Great play call. Again, another great play call.
Well, Grayson becomes such a threat.
Running the ball here.
Inside the 10 again. He'll give it to Amari. Amari Davis does it again. Touchdown, Conway.
You answer just like that. We got a penalty flag after the play. I'm not sure what for. They're going to call in sportsmanlike on somebody or sideline warning. I think we had a coach out too far. I don't know who it was. I'm not going to say. But I think we had a coach out too far on the field. Trying to celebrate, I believe.
When you say that, it kind of sounds like you do know who.
I think I do.
Okay.
And that may be who the call's on. But all right, big kick here. Come on, Will.
Extra point is up.
Yes, sir.
It's good. 56-42, 4:03 to play. Things getting a little more difficult for Rogers. Back in 30 on Conway Corp.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing more than just exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
Back live at John McConnell Stadium, 4:03 to play. And man, what a second half it has been.
That is a combined 98 points tonight. Get your pencils out. Turn your scorecard over. Start making extra innings out. Wow. All right, good response by your offense. That's just a great job there. 4 minutes left, basically 4:03. Sure could use another break.
Little pooch kick here, taken at the 35. I don't know. Don't think that went quite the way they were wanting it to.
Tried to catch him. Yeah, folks out there in the stands calling it out. So I think they were hoping that this guy would just catch it and fair catch it, and it didn't happen. Well, I mean, these guys are not oversized, but they know how to rugby it out. So yeah, that didn't work like you wanted it to. You didn't want to give them a short field.
3:47 on the clock. Rogers with all 3 timeouts, trailing by 14. Regan gonna run it. And gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
John Paul with another good night. That's a great play there. The only thing that didn't like was it going out of bounds. Stops the clock. Bunched up on the top side. Yeah, Lindsay is just breaking too fast.
Hey!
Joseph
Washington.
All right,
Great time for a sack.
Boy, he beat his guy right out of the gate. And it was a smother sack
Just
by Joseph.
pushed him down.
Oh, yeah, Joseph. That's how you do that.
My goodness, Rogers takes their first time out. Oh, man.
Do we have that one back, guys? Wow. That's a critical play right there. It brings it 3rd and 20-ish. 3rd and 18. Wow. Just a bull. It looked like a bull rush off the edge, and he mowed down his guy and then mowed down the quarterback. No chance to wiggle there.
No, not even Jeff Regan could escape that.
No, big Joseph Washington. Great job. Lee and Tina's boy. Here we go. Oh, 73. Take a seat. Regan, take a seat.
That was Grayson Cooper.
Woo. Put 2 guys on the turf. That's a great play. Or he switches to the other side now. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. I'm guessing we're going to back RJ out a little bit when they snap. Well, we got 6 guys up on the line of scrimmage. Nobody in the middle of the field.
That makes me nervous.
Should.
3rd and 18. Joe Washington forcing him up again. And Regan doing what he's done literally all night. Elijah Washington saving a touchdown or just likely delaying the inevitable.
Nobody in the middle. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, it was almost over. Yeah, it's just a tackle to save to run some clock now.
1st and goal from the 3. Regan heads for the corner, forced out of bounds, about a yard shy.
Wow. How many yards is that for? Yeah. 263 yards on the ground for Regan.
Well, it's still not the most he's had in a game this season. I'll just say that.
Well, there's still 3 minutes left to go in the ball.
That's true.
Wow, that is. We sold out to stop it at the line of scrimmage, and he beat us there.
He keeps here, scores again. 3rd rushing touchdown of the night for Regan. And they pull within 8 again.
Yeah, just a simple play here. Just let it.
Well, it's going to come down to can your Wampus Cats recover an onside kick, and can they get a first down? That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I mean, they've got.
Because if we're relying on us to get a stop, I think we've proven that's not happening tonight.
Not tonight. Yeah, I mean, the onside kick is absolutely in play. They do have 2 timeouts left. I mean, they could try to kick it deep and hope we can't make it, but who knows.
7-point game again. Be back with the final minutes after this break on Conway Corp.
The community of Conway continues to be committed to the Wampus Cats, just as Centennial is committed to our customers. Perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field of play. Whether you are cheering on the Wampus Cats, starting a new business, or planning for the future, Centennial is here for all of life's moments. Let us be your partner. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Well, here we go, Tim Roach. The last onside kick sure was
eventful.
It was not confidence inspiring, I'll say that.
No, it was not. It got through the first level, and we were lucky Cam fell on it, and it was a tussle for the ball even then. All right, so we've got the hands team out. Let's see where they decide to go with it. They've got most of their guys on the top side of the screen, only 4 down here low. Again, they don't have to go.
They will onside kick again. Goes out of bounds.
Nice, that's great.
Just hit it a little bit, put a little bit too much on it.
Yeah.
And Cam Blackman wisely letting it go out of bounds. That was much less eventful.
Yeah.
I like that one better.
Good decision that time. David Grimes with the historian of the Wampus Cat angle. 105 combined points is the second most in Conway High School history, only second to the 109 in the 2023 playoff game against Bentonville West.
It was last year, yeah. 109?
Game, yeah, 109.
So we're in striking distance.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't want to be. I mean, I don't mind it being 112.
Well, if we score again, that's fine.
Yeah, 63-46 last year with Bentonville West. Shoot out. All right. Boy, we need some plays here.
3:04 on the clock. 2 timeouts for Rogers. Give it to Trey Harris. Trey. Only going to get about 2 there.
No timeout yet from Rogers. They'll let it run one more time here, and then they will call the timeout. No 2-minute warning in high school football, in case you're wondering. So the only stoppage will be the normal stoppage and timeouts. We're going to let the play clock run as long as it'll go.
Second and 8. 7 seconds on the play clock. Give it to Trey again. Trey finds a seam. First down, Trey Harris.
Nice. Boy, what a huge run by Trey. Great blocking on the left side of the line out there. Isaiah Bowman. Nice. All right, they're not going to call the timeout here. They'll call after this one. We will run as much time off as we can, and we will keep the ball on the ground, I would imagine. I don't want to get into Mark Kelly's playbook, but boy, what a great run. Just need to hold on to the ball.
Give it to Trey again. Trey Harris. Should have been stopped way sooner, but it's 9 yards for Trey.
Timeout, Rogers. What a run here. Look at this. Boom. None for you, number 5. You got to work on it harder. Good push.
That's Naven Richardson.
Great job.
Playing right guard tonight.
A little nudgy. All right, second and less than 1. Rogers has 1 timeout left. Okay. Yeah, this is, I mean, you could literally, if you wanted to, back in the old days before he got hurt, before Grayson got hurt, you'd line him up under center and just push it.
But I think that's how that happened.
It could have. It was one of those plays. I think it was one of the running plays in Cabot that he hurt it on. And so you don't want to. I don't know that you want to going to chance that, but boy, a first down here seals it. Almost. I think with 1 timeout, that'll be close. The math that I have to get into the stoppage. So they'll have about 1:30. Yeah, that would do it if you get a first down.
Second and 1 from the 32. Give it to Trey. Trey leaning over. Think he's going to be
just a little bit short.
Yeah, a little short. And Rogers calls its final timeout.
It is the nose. It's barely 3rd down. Barely. No more timeouts for Rogers.
Third and inches.
2 plays to get it. You're gonna. There's no doubt about anything there. But again, a first down with Rogers with no timeouts left. It's a 40-second play clock. It will end the ball game.
Yeah.
There'll be a victory formation at that. But you got to get the first down. Now, even if you don't get it here, you run the clock
as much as
you can. Call timeout. It'll take 40 seconds off, and so that's probably, you're talking, they'll start the clock at probably 1:28 or so, so you're still only talking about leaving them on 4th down with about 45 seconds left. So then you snap it.
Yeah, but Rogers could score about 3 times in 45 seconds. So,
but then you get into running around a little bit. There's all kinds of things that goes on after that
to try and extend it even further.
Yeah, extend further.
Well,
right
how
here.
about we just get it right here?
How about a first down? How about a first down offense? They are going to be stacked in the middle. Ah, wow. Grayson is going to start out in the shotgun.
Crowd on its feet.
Play of the game right here. 15 seconds.
Grayson under center, pushing forward. Grayson Wilson has got the first down, and that is ball game, folks.
That will seal the deal there. Boy, what a great push by Grayson. Man, that's awesome. They tried dragging and pulling, but it just wasn't enough. All right, my favorite of all Wampus Cat formations. They'll let the clock run down another 10 seconds or so. Snap it a couple times and it'll be done.
Wait for Cam.
Got to go. They did. They got it just in time.
Just one more snap away, ladies and gentlemen.
Just one snap. Wow.
Well, that wasn't exactly how we wanted things to play out. Other than we're in victory formation here.
I think I win a $100 bet with Trevor Seifert. I think.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He's not going to pay up. That guy doesn't pay up.
They
a bet's a bet.
Conway's going to have to snap it one more time. And there we go.
All right.
That's it. Your Wampus Cats, for the 5th year in a row, move on to the 7A state semifinals.
What a ball game. I mean, Rogers was everything I thought they were, man. They came in, played their guts out. This is a talented team your Wampus Cat took down, and I mean, it was everything to the final gun. Great effort by all your Wampus Cats.
And it is final in Bentonville. The Tigers take down Bentonville West 53-28. So we know where we're going on Black Friday, going up to Northwest Arkansas to play the Bentonville Tigers.
If you're coming up there, bring a jacket. It's going to be chilly.
It's going to be cold. We'll be in the stands with you. We'll get you all set for that. And we got player of the game and final stats coming up after this break on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
What a game by your Wampus Cats, man.
Back live here at John McConnell Stadium and getting a look. The line's still going. I mean, Rogers brought a lot of folks tonight.
They brought everybody. And I'll tell you, again, this is a Rogers team that is they got their quarterback's coming back. Did you say he was a junior?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem. I think I'll have to see. Lindsey maybe. Yeah, he's a junior as well. Wow.
Yeah. And, I mean, the way things have gone this year, And, they might go similarly next year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see these
You may be
folks
looking at the
again.
number one, number two team in the West
That's
next
true.
year.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know. That's very true.
Wow, what a game. How many points was it total? 105?
Well, we didn't score again.
So it was 105 points, 56-49. Second most in Wampus Cats history. So, defensively, we struggled really just like everybody else has with Rogers. So it's not just, hey, the West is maybe a little down. That's not it. This team is really good on offense. Defense has got to come back and figure it out. We got to play a really good Bentonville team. We really took it to them when they were here in the second game of the season. But they had a lot of transfers out and in, and they were figuring things out, and boy, did they figure it out. They went undefeated in the conference play and in the playoffs. So they are the solid number one on the West.
We usually do player of the game first. I'd like to do final stats first
Okay.
if we can.
Okay.
I don't know if here Justin's ready for that. So, man, oh man, I mean, it was so even at the end of the first half. It was even again here at the end of the game in terms of total yards. But that real killer is the two takeaways that your Wampus Cats got. They got one in the second quarter, and then a huge fumble that they got recovered in the third quarter. That really changed the momentum. It changed the cadence after that because they were always down. They lost a possession and they couldn't catch back up after that.
They did, and we scored on that next play. And so you thought at that point, okay, well now we finally done it. Well, they fought right on back, but it did create the gap in the cadence, and they couldn't match us at that point, and we ended up winning by 7. But yeah, the 2 turnovers are huge.
Some final numbers for some of your Conway Wampus Cats tonight. Trey Harris, great night rushing, 17 carries, 161 yards, and a touchdown. He also had the 129-yard touchdown catch. Amari Davis, 9 carries for 40 and 2 touchdowns for Amari tonight. Blake Kordsmeyer had 4 catches for 80 and a touchdown. Trey Harris had that other touchdown catch that we mentioned. Max Owen had a couple catches. Alex McCray with 2 catches. Cam Blackman, 7 catches for 94 yards, including that huge conversion
on 4th down
here at the here in the final quarter that really helped seal the deal. Yeah. But our player of the game tonight, who else in his grand return, hadn't played since week 6 at Cabot. In his grand return tonight, our player of the game is Grayson Wilson. 5 total touchdowns tonight. Having a little trouble here with, with the replay, but just some big numbers from him. 246 yards passing, 85 yards rushing, and he had 5 total touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't miss a beat, and he got pressure all night. Yeah, they were in his face. They had all kinds of. I mean, you come back to playing the ball game after taking 4 games out with an injury, and you have to face a Rogers team that's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. And he was able to step in. The line did a great job, but Grayson had what a game, man.
And what a tough position to come back into. Your first action in over a month.
Yeah.
It's in the quarterfinals with a trip to the semifinals on the line. And, I mean, he came out firing from the start, had that 27-yard pass to Blake Kordsmeyer, and then the electric run he had, a 75-yard touchdown run here was just, it's exactly what he can bring to the table that's a huge difference maker for this offense, that ability to escape and run the ball. He had 3 rushing touchdowns tonight.
It was just a magical performance by Grayson, and the thing about it is that you had to put and it was really Trey Harris at the very end of the ball game, right?
Yeah.
Trey Harris with huge runs to get first downs to ice this thing up, and then the third down in less than a yard, and Grayson takes it in, and it was over with at that point.
So we set up the rematch in the state semifinals. Conway and Bentonville, these teams faced off back in week 1 here in Conway. The Wampus Cats beat Bentonville 55-21. Bentonville lost their next game too, so they started the season 0-3, and then they reeled off 7 straight wins in conference play, totally dominated the 7A West, earned the 1 seed out of the West, and they won tonight against Bentonville West. So I think a very different Tiger team than we saw back in week 1. It's going to be exciting to see how that goes. On Black Friday, we'll have the coverage for you live from Bentonville. 5th straight year your Wampus Cats are in the state semifinals. Can they get over the hump? We'll have that game for you live in Bentonville next week here on Conway Corp. Our thanks to everyone tonight. Watch the credits, see the names. They're doing incredible work. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. This is Wampus Cat Football on Conway Corp.
Go Cats.